is a gigantic distortion field. It looks kind of like a spider web, but it's like blue and shiny and shit, and it's covering the universe around you. Almost like you're in a vortex in the middle of a storm, and there is a quiet pocket in the storm. At the other end of the storm, there's a slight hole that is like rotating around and around, and it seems to be some kind of chute through which matter is pulled at alarming speeds. The ship that you're on, the craft world, is spinning around very quickly, and one end is attached to almost like a vein, a part of the spider web that is slowly pulling it in, and you can see distortions, lightning going off. The portal of the Starlight Gate is flickering, sometimes coming in and out of existence. Warp phenomena have a strange things happen to them. Everything's unusual. As you walk around on the ship, you will have a strange feeling of being observed. Everything is made of this strange matter that when you tread on it, you feel like you're crushing it with every step you take. As you touch the walls, there's a feeling of aliveness, a feeling of always being watched. As you walk around in the deep halls of the craft world, you will hear echoes, sometimes stories of Eldari warriors. Sometimes they will speak curses and profanities at you as you pass through the halls in a dissing choir. Some of you are in the Citadel of Belmen. The Citadel is you can think of it as like a giant city with spires reaching up towards the sky. You can't see it, but there is some kind of dome protecting it from the outside atmosphere. It is completely dead, and there is a layer of smoke slowly drifting through the city. It is highly disturbing to look at, as some Eldari bodies lay across the bridges and various plateaus of the city. Some of them have been killed by the Imperial Guards. And James, as you walk around, you occasionally capture another Eldari. You've made a little enclosement in the middle of the city with a fence. We have these Eldari captured. Some of them can be seen sort of coming out from the rubble. They were buried in some kind of some event a long time ago. They look emaciated, malnourished, as they crawl out up to the surface. Some of them cannot see anymore. They approach your man, and your man walk up and with a rifle butt knock them unconscious. When you gather these civilians, you try to, with your psyker present, interrogate them, pierce their minds. However, the psyker is struggling and complaining about it affecting his psychic abilities and them piercing into his mind. You have an overwhelming force in the Citadel. Hundreds of men, dozens of vehicles patrol, a cannon is stationed on a mobile transport on one of the bridges. And you have your officer corps there as well. Stefan is there with you. And overlooking the city is... I just realized James is not here. Overlooking the city is a giant tower that seems to have some kind of... still has some electrical charge to it. Those of you who are in the Forest of Silence, you will... Dusken and Ara. You look around, and there are some caverns opening up further up in a mountainous area. Around it is a slope of trees going slowly down in an even slope. You can think of it like standing in a valley and looking up a mountain with beautiful trees and a slight mist hanging in the air. There are little flowery creatures floating in the air, little, almost like pixies, and strange animals you haven't seen before. Very colorful, very luminous and bright. As you look around, you will occasionally see a large mammal jumping through the forest. It is teeming with life. As you look down, you can see what looks like insects and life crawling around your feet. The structures in forests are several large towers. They seem to be some kind of alien defense structures. As there are several towers on top, and you can see vehicles parked on top of it, and it is towering over this field. As you're standing there, you're going to get an order, and yes, you occasionally do. Everything regarding alien technology, you're ordered by your Inquisitor to not let the regular troops touch it or be near it. Only you are allowed to be near special places of interest. As first looking at the structure, you can sort of orient yourself and get familiar with them if you want. So as you're walking around in the forests, what are you ordering your men to do, and what are you doing?
I will be ordering the men to dig foxholes, 2-man foxholes, X amount to say, 1 meter apart. It says that will keep them stationary and also provide at least some sort of defense. I suppose I might, might investigate those structures.
Do I navigate?
Once I'm sure that everyone's actually in place.
Minus 30.
Nope.
You struggle around
failure
in the
with
forest.
8 additionals.
You struggle around in the forest for a little while. You see the Death Watch squad sort of. They're up on a mound just overlooking these large structures. From their communication there, you can see that they don't quite understand what it is, but they are eager to rush in and charge it. Barbossa.
Third one would be, he would just be where he's needed. He isn't necessarily going out of his way to investigate or do anything. He's just seeing what needs to be done, and if he's asked or ordered by anyone to accompany so and so, he'll do it. He's just seeing if there's anything he can do here, like at the line with the guardsmen, to improve their chances or in help.
Awesome. As you're standing in this little encampment that you built, we can describe your characters. Duskin.
Okay, well, Duskin will not have such a pristine uniform anymore. It'll be covered in mud and everything else after the events of the last couple of days, but you can actually see that it is a black uniform with armor underneath. He will be just having a normal black helmet on his shoulder pads, which, you know, are now showing out because the uniform's all ripped. You'll be able to see the heraldry of the Order Xenos, and his basically is essentially he looks pretty much in a mess. So it is covered in mud with just a black uniform. He will have his plasma rifle out and will be barking orders at different groups of men, telling them what to do to dig in, basically, what do you call it, lay mines, whatever is necessary, setting up fields of fire. And once that's all done and dusted, he will be attaching himself to the bottom guard unit.
Yes.
And basically leading them personally.
Beautiful. You can just go through all of your characters to sort of describe the location you're standing at while I look for my dice.
Pridwin would actually be in his combat getup now. He has his flak cloak drawn tight around him and his flak helmet on. He's, and obviously his refractor field at this point, it's in his right hand along with his rosary, so he'd be able to turn it on at a moment's notice without having to reach up to his neck. But as he's in the camp, he's just looking over everything, logistics-wise, making sure they have the right numbers of everything, the right amount of ammo, and just looking over the stores they have and just trying to estimate how much they have.
Stefan, within the Citadel, who would be partaking in a meeting with the officer, ensuring the combat readiness of all troops and preparing the troops to move out. He would analyze field documentation reports and partake them, calculating them, seeing how better to orchestrate this operation to its success. If anyone were to enter his makeshift officio or see him on the streets as he is reading all the reports and inspecting the different engines of battle for their readiness, they would see a power armor suit, dark green with a mishmash of gold and white roots depicted on his pauldron, a tree standing proud and tall upon a hill. Embedded in his chest piece, it would pridefully display his sigil of question, as well as holding in both of his hands his newly acquired Stormbolter. On his power armor's belt, he would also have what seems to be an incense burner for the uneducated. However, those that know of inquisitorial equipment, they would recognize it as a conversion field, ready to, empowered to protect its wearer. And I think I'm done with mine. Soon, you would hear a voice in your direction, near to any of you, Pride or Dustin. Pride or Dustin. And a petty officer would rush with you with a message from the interrogator, as he would say, clearly referring to Stefan.
Okay. What's the message? Report?
My lord, it's better if you hear it directly, as he hands over the receptor of the watch unit.
Okay, so Duskin's gonna go in the Vox and say, Duskin, what's your report? What's your orders?
Be advised, Dustin. Your objective at the moment is to hold the Forest of Silence. Soon, the men from the Citadel will move close to your sector, to the dome of the Mist Maze, as we called it.
I'm back.
You will be reinforced at my discretion with fresh troops. I have heard that you have lost your psychic support unit.
That is
This will
correct.
not do. This will not do, Dustin. We cannot afford such important assets to fall at the hands of the Xenos.
Acknowledged. We will hold our position until further orders are received. Duskin out.
And with that, I think we're ready to commence our turn.
Also,
I'll attention.
we can roll for initiative.
Dustin, you have the honor.
What is it? It's a D100, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Yep.
Good.
You go first. Now we're actually going to do this the correct way. So, yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
Okay. For this operation, I will take direct command. I don't think I can control Dark, but I will instruct the cannons to be transported by the Thorax attack vehicle, if possible.
Okay, so you're going to skip your mobilization phase?
No. Actually, yeah. No, I'm not gonna skip it. Sorry. I'm gonna send the transport here.
Right.
I will requisition to drop the following things. I would require a at the Forest of Silence, sorry. But I don't have space where to add it. I'll add it here. I will deploy a Psyker unit. And Dustin, what would you requisition?
I would probably say a artillery unit.
No, I will send
No.
an artillery unit without problem.
Alright, okay. Probably another guards unit then. Make sure that we can actually cover.
This is gonna be a bit awkward.
Here, I'll move onto that one. So it shows that I'm controlling that one, I suppose.
I guess I'll be attached to this Psyker unit.
Awesome. Yep.
And with that, our deployment phase is over.
Yep. You can go ahead and move.
Okay.
We need someone to keep track of the command points.
Oh, right. I'll do that. So we had previously 9 command points. We'll have 11 CP. I will move the entire battalion at this point to the dome of the Miss Maze, and I would instruct the cannons to be placed under the transport of the armored transport, the Taurus attack vehicle. So using its ability, I will move both the Taurus and the cannon towards Dustin side.
Awesome. Yep. Very nice.
And with this, I will restructure the unit composition, and I will request to grab this unit from Dustin's group.
The units move freely between the dome and the forests. You'll see them run through this There are various openings, caverns going up to the dome. And as they run into the Mist Maze gaze, you're going to be in kind of a labyrinth. With all your forces, you are extremely spread out. You rely on communication. There's no single area, like a large area to gather. Beyond this one area that Barbosa scouted earlier, that you know is further down in the caverns. Remember that you can at any point try to accomplish your mission.
I mean, yeah, I guess I can roll for the... what was it? Inquisitorial mission. Spirit from the fallen Xenos may provide useful telepathy session into the inner sanctum Okay. Hey, Pride. Wanna join?
Yes?
Wanna join my group in the Dome of the Mist Maze days?
We'll go as I'm ordered, but for right now, I am staying right here.
Well, what a shame. I'm ordering you.
Oh, alright. Then I'll attach myself, if you do not mind, to your Psycho Regiment.
Excellent.
I'll give Barbosa a salute as I head off.
Can those siege guns, can I spend any CP points to get them unloaded?
Oh yeah, as soon as they leave there, they arrive at the destination, then they consider to different units. They are unloaded. If they get attacked while traversing, they are fucked, basically.
Okay, well then, Duskin will be shouting large amounts of obscenities, and stressing his desire for them to be unloaded and ready for operation within the hour.
And I guess we will begin the mission for the Miss Main's days.
Alright, as you appear in the dome, there's a bluish light shining out from the floor. There's a locking mechanism in one of the tombs. You can hear whispers of some entity going around here. The Eldari can be seen occasionally walking across the field. His face is contorted, angry, furious. He's yelling profanities at you. It looks like he wants to bury and destroy your soul with his gaze. His eyes flare open. He's making gestures with his hands, like crushing motions. And as he looks in your direction, he spits and makes pretty clear threatening gestures as you enter the room.
Can I ask Doc to translate what the Eldari says, or can I use a scrutiny check to see if he is actually not a threat?
He's just going, my warriors, my aspect warriors will come here and they will turn you inside out. You will be buried underneath the ground. You will be pulverized. Your presence here is an affront to all that is holy, etc., etc.
Sergeant, as he would turn to one of the guardsmen.
He turns around. Yes, Commander.
Shoot that Xenos.
Entity.
Shoot that Xenos.
He will start opening fire, and you're gonna hear a spray of bullets. He turns around. Looks like it didn't hurt it. Kind of. Walks backward and stands there loading his gun. Disappointed, looking at the entity. The rest of the troops are scared to death of this thing.
Stefan will beckon both Brightwing and Doc to come by his side, as well as ensuring that he has a group of men alongside him, approaching the entity, saying, "What is the purpose of thy rage?"
He's going to walk up to one of the tombs. I am buried here. If you touch my tomb, you will die.
I wish not to disturb the fallen. It is unbecoming of a warrior to disturb heroes from their rest. I wish only to ask you for your knowledge.
There is nothing for you here. Turn around. He's pointing at your man, trying to scare them.
Are you aware of what is happening to your world? It is dying, being pulled into what seems to be a warp storm. You will soon face something far worse than us. And at the moment, we are the only things standing between a peaceful resting place and eternal damnation.
You speak Elder?
No, I'm practically talking through talk.
Okay.
Or if he knows Gothic or High Gothic, I'm fine with that.
He is going to look to you and look to the man slowly. He's very large. He's towering over them. Pale, skinny face, large oval eyes. As he looks to you, looks at the man, and he raises his hand. Tell your man, if you open the tomb, you will all be swallowed by a force you have not yet seen.
We only wish to speak with the entity that possesses the knowledge that we require. Is it further in the tomb?
He gives you a disappointed look.
Fear not, my men will not touch your resting place. If we gain what we are searching for.
I do not make deals with animals.
That may be so, warrior. However, these animals haven't died, and from what I've seen, you already died once. So you will make a deal with us. For unlike other such animals that resides on this craft world, we have a thing called honor.
You can do intimidate or charm, -50.
Does anyone, Prydwin, are you assisting me with a charm?
I will, but I am not going to be using my ability because I only have one fate point left. I mean, if you want me to, if I can be sure I can get at least one fate point from you.
I'll see. I'll check my entire ship just to
You
make sure
cannot
that
gift
I have.
fate points.
Yeah, you can. You can give me what was it called? Inspiration point.
I don't have that. I'm sorry.
Okay, plus 10. Okay. Oh, Ambassadorias Imperialis. Yes, -2 negative modifiers get deleted when interacting with Xenos. Fuck, I knew it will come clutch someday.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a -10 in total from Braziers of San Roberto, Ambassadorias Imperialis, and the help of Pride.
Yep.
Success with 4 additional.
Nice. Yeah. points up to the sky. The forest. Go there. There is knowledge in the trees. All around you. Maybe there you will wake up. And see that what you do is wrong.
Warrior, I've come with true faith, seeking only your wisdom, and you only reciprocated with giving me just fortune telling and nonsense. This
As I
is not.
suspected, you are not evolved enough to understand. All that matters is your destiny beyond this life.
Very well. As per our agreement, we will leave you undisturbed.
Never before have I heard someone call survival wrong. Pridwin will mumble under his breath.
There are worse fates than death.
Quite.
Very well. I will leave you here. I pray that you are sanguine with your faith. With your fate.
You see him look sort of glint over his shoulder, and you can do a scrutiny test. -10.
-10? Good. Right, do you have only me, or can anyone do it?
So anyone can do it.
I don't have much in scrutiny, so
Might as well roll it, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky.
you need me to roll it?
Yeah, all of them. All of us can roll it.
Okay, -10 you said?
What I've heard.
Okay.
That's
40.
bad.
I'm gonna roll for Dutch too. I didn't need. Ah, fuck, I don't have access to his spreadsheet. Shit. Well. Shame. Shame.
Alright, nothing suspicious here.
Nothing suspicious here. Move along.
Yo, Jackson.
Oh, Dutch is back. Oh.
Please, quickly, make a scrutiny check.
Alldeles rätt. Jag har funnit lite bra.
What fortuitous timing.
Coming in like a champ to our rescue.
Guys, what do you do? Still your turn.
I'll wait for that to make his roll, and other than that, we already used our movement phase. Unless we can get field report, what was it? A briefing on these things in the Shrine of Iris that we've seen through our listening devices and.
Well, now briefing is for combat encounters.
Yeah, only during combat. Okay, got it. Yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm so happy Doc showed up right now. Oh.
Alright, Doc.
Is there any negatives to it?
A -10.
Okay.
Oh! The Emperor did not will us to see.
An inspiration point to reroll that.
The entity disappears into mist, walking into the wall.
Oof. Ain't in the damn.
What do you do, guys?
Well, we're done with our turn.
Alright.
Well,
Wait,
we could
one
go
second.
back to the forest and check the trees, as he said.
We'll see along the way. However, I would not wish to spend too much time there. I have different objectives at the moment.
Indeed. So, where shall we head now?
Well, we'll wait for Morten to do his
You can do
homework.
role playing while I do my turn.
Very quickly, did we already snatch the jewels from the Miss May's gaze?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I
That's
figured
what
you
you looked
did.
at and didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't interfere with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not messing with the Doom. We gave him our word.
We can mess with the tomb. It's just filled with crystals. Or soul stones, right?
I don't know, I wouldn't call aspect warriors falling upon us. Just jewels and crystals.
Okay.
Wouldn't risk it. That's for sure.
Where's Pridwin? Is Pridwin with us?
Yes.
Yes, I am a.
Can you open a warp gate from this location back to the ship?
No, I cannot.
Too far?
I don't even have that ability to begin with, good friend.
Oh.
And, well, I would say this. If I had it wrong, I would just punch us into space that is bubbling like a warm soup with the powers of the warp.
As you're
None of us
walking
would want
around the forest of silence, Barbosa and Duskin, you're laying in an ambush. You can hear large gates open. Suddenly, you see shadows deep in the forest through the mist. Some of them are moving very quickly. You can hear engines, the treading of large forces. You then hear this airy, yelling voice. Someone is yelling commands. Moving in and at alarming speeds, moving towards your encampment is a large army of Eldari.
Jesus.
You can rearrange your troops in any way you want. Go ahead. Since you won the turn, you can now rearrange and choose who to engage with which group.
Well, fuck me, Dustin.
Okay, so
Oh, okay, that's...
be smart, you don't.
One of the scouts, Imperial Guards, comes running over the mount, tripping on a branch, and he sort of falls down into the mud. Sir, they're coming! All of them! He's panicking, looking over the edge as the Torix rides up, spots the large force, and describes it as more Eldari than he has ever heard. And some of the men are gonna start panicking.
Duskin, you hold the line, I'll go and alert the others. Good luck.
What? No, you son of a...
So, Duskin's gonna actually sit and he's gonna slap the man on the back and say, get to your position. Says, go on to the Voxnet. Batteries 1 through 10, pre-fire selected regions, open fire, continuous. Says, thorax units, call onto the hill, open fire when expedient. All other men of the Imperial Guard, this is what we've trained for. There's more of them than there is of us, but if we hold our faith, hold our ground, and make our shots ring true, we will prevail. And with that, I suppose to
Very quickly, Dustin, you can rearrange how your groups are set up to face this. Please do that.
You won the initiative, so you have time now. Before they reach you, you have time to choose which group you want to face with which other group.
Why we can save the psychers.
We gotta flank them.
Okay, my
It
biggest
cannot
advice
be
to you
part of
right
our group
now,
with
or,
the Space Marines.
No.
The movement
no.
phase is
Keep-
over. The movement
right,
phase is
right,
over,
right.
so you can't.
No, Space Marines cannot be part of the group.
Yep.
Just switch those two columns. Switch the Space Marine column and the middle column. Just switch those two columns, and it'll be perfect.
Okay.
You can also designate someone to defend. They can use your special abilities. This is the last time I'm going to help you.
Yes, and definitely do what he just said. Choose people to defend.
Okay, so I'll shoot with this group here, I think. Okay, so I suppose the front ranks are going to defend. The Imperial
Yeah,
Guards.
Use the Imperial Guards to soak up damage.
They're going to soak up the damage, and the
I want to use the Duskin's brief ability to get intel on.
Hold on a second. Just. Oh well, if I was actually going to do that. So I mean, if you want to crack on with that, that's fine.
So we will have
Right.
briefing.
You're attached to the guardsman, right? You can increase its attack.
I am.
Once. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. I think you can do it yourself, but I just.
Also, can you also reveal what this unit does?
I cannot.
No.
You have to use your briefing.
I did spend 2 command points.
After a battle. You have to encounter.
And I am going to use what he called the Psyker's ability to reduce the offensive capabilities of the. I don't know what it is, but the one in front of the bikes.
Reduce the defensive abilities of the one in front of the bikes. For the Psyker.
I think it's the offensive abilities. Biomancy reduce the unit's attack by 2 for a day.
Right. I don't know what it is, but whenever we play, none of my playlists are playing. So none of my music is working. I have no idea. This happens every time we play. It's really weird.
And then
Anyway. Alright.
and then the artillery is going to open fire on the bikes and the.
Also,
I'm
would
gonna go ahead.
So I'm gonna use ability to make the Psyker target itself. I also have command points, by the way. And the Psyker is gonna target itself with its ability. Reducing
Okay.
halving its attack.
I'm gonna request the sighted unit to use hallucination on this unit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
You didn't want to hit him with alien hunters first, and then hit him with fear
One
test.
and that is
It's on my
a
notes.
natural 8.
Fuck me!
Sorry, dude. He succeeds.
Oh, for
Ah,
20% chance to succeed and he fucking rolls it.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Anything new? Right, so Barbosa has actually left the building.
Yeah, I can believe he did.
You cannot do that.
No. Barbosa, you're shit out of luck. You really need to win it.
It's my special ability. I get to do that.
No, you fucking don't, you coward.
Alright guys, I'm gonna say your turn's over in 30 seconds. What do you do?
Fucking attack him.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You're done?
It's done.
No more special abilities? Okay.
No,
wait,
but
wait,
these
wait.
No,
guys-
the artillery's going to fire on the bikes if it can.
Do not
course.
target the bikes first. Do not fuck.
Because you will go first, you choose who to attack first. So, you're gonna attack the bikes, alright. All the damage is applied at the same time, remember?
Artillery can only attack bikes.
Exactly. Yeah, bike is gonna go fucking BTFO. It's gonna deal 6 damage, distributed there, and the other mysterious force is going to completely wipe out your Imperial Guardsmen. So that's how that encounter ends. Your men are gonna deal some damage to forces running over the hill, and what you're gonna see is basically first this bike coming over the hill, shooting some of your men. Your cannon fires several times. It just is blown out of the air, and suddenly out of the mist you will see men carrying swords that kind of look like samurai. As they appear from the shadows, just mercilessly cut down your men one by one. You're gonna hear their screams on comms, and in the end, as you look over to that flank, they're all dead. The men are still standing there, and you retreat to the camp. Alright.
Also the witch will take a willpower test. It has dropped to below half HP.
Yes, it will.
It's a long shot, but maybe it will fail.
That is a success. Alright. How much does the Death Watch do?
It kills all those units in front of it. All 3 of those are dead, unless you have defenders.
I don't know.
Yeah, they can't soak all that damage.
They're all wiped out. They deal 6 damage to the Death Watch.
The Death Watch should be
Is
taking
protected by
the guardsmen. These
on the
guardsmen.
Alright.
So they're only going to take 3, so it's
They're
knocks
only
them down
take
to
3.
8.
Exactly.
Okay, I put it in for you.
Oh no, you're supposed to do it.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful.
Wow, those Death Watch mean business.
Yeah. The Death Watch are just gonna mow them down easily. Can I have you hear the sound of the effects of them shooting and stuff?
Eldar enemy spotted.
Right.
Attacking as orders.
So I'm the
just
one
mowed
not
them
hearing
down.
it. Okay.
No,
something-
I'm also not hearing
You're
it.
also
I
not
might
hearing
need to reload.
So it has to do with the browser. Jeez,
I-
this Roll20 has really gone to shit, I would just say. Like, this is incredible.
Can you actually hear me?
Yeah. But none of the...
No, that's fine.
music
That's what do you call it?
was-
I wasn't hearing anyone.
There we go, now I can hear it.
Yeah.
So weird. Why is this
Yeah,
every
then-
time we play?
Yeah, it's weird.
I should.
That was a great sound effect, though.
Yeah, man.
Is it from
They're
Dawn of War? Be honest.
They're amazing, but
Love it.
I have to figure this out. It's just really annoying. Alright, so yeah. It rejoined me as a player. I'm gonna rejoin as GM. Alright, the last bracket.
Eldar enemy spotted.
That was a
Attacking as ordered.
that was a pretty equal trade-off, in
Yeah,
all things considered.
you did pretty good.
And just wish the artillery could target more than just bikes and fights.
Well, this right here, that's not that's a construct, isn't it? Or a
No, we don't know what it is.
Okay, finally. So we're gonna resolve the last battle. That's going to be a 4 and an 8. So I'm going to...
Actually, no, it's a 5, isn't it? Isn't Barbosa there?
We can only...
I'm on top of the...
regular troops. They're gonna wipe them out, so they're gonna take 5 damage. Barbosa, you are just looking around you. You're gonna see the bikes and the vehicles fly up in the air, and then they get torn apart, absolutely eviscerated. Up in the forest, you can see a what looks like a giant statue slowly walking towards you. As he walks forward, you're gonna as you just see your man torn apart by some psychic energy you've never seen before. He has immense power.
use the
Honor
artillery.
fighting
Target
you,
the
man.
construct.
Oh. So when can I run?
Now you can run now. The Valari are going to win that battle, and you are going to see your man sort of just running away. The last of them get cut down. The samurai-like warriors cutting down the last man. Some of them flying up at the trees. The blood rains down from the trees as they're just flying around in like a almost comical whirlwind being thrown into the trees. The only thing left standing is the Death Watch. They sort of gather back in their formation. One of their men has fallen down. They're yelling commands on the radios, looking at these samurais and the giant statue in the forest. It's gonna be my turn.
Can the artillery target anything?
Read the
Like
rules.
the construct?
Read the rules. We're gonna go.
Is it
another
a
turn.
vehicle?
We're gonna go another turn.
Yes.
Roll a D&D.
That you're not allowed to roll. For obvious reasons.
Mm.
Okay. I'm gonna take this roll and hit myself for it later. Oh!
Well,
Oh, you're
Oh!
so fucked,
ahead.
Morten. You're so fucked.
well, let's see.
Don't say that, or he'll roll a 1.
Let's see. Movement. Assembly. I'm gonna give you now a timer of 5 minutes to do your turn. 3 minutes.
Very quickly. How many
Okay,
are days
well-
passing during this combat, or is it just combat?
It has been a day.
So our Space Marines would be healed a little bit.
Yeah, you're returning to your base, your HQ. You have time to recruit.
We actually have it deployed there, so could we reinforce our units there? Our transports there as well.
Actually, we might want to move there.
Yeah? You can be troops, so absolutely.
Couldn't we just move the mass force we're in there and just hop on them like that?
Not all of it,
Oh.
but we will do with what we have.
I'm gonna go ahead and move in.
Well, if that is a construct and it is a vehicle, it's dead.
I'm gonna.
And then
I'm
if you move the
actually-
Space Marines across, they can take out the other group. Job done.
I wouldn't want to risk more. Actually, no, I wouldn't want to risk more damage to the Space Marines.
It's absolutely not a construct.
No.
It's not. It's an actual unit.
Right, so the artillery's useless.
Okay, so then move the Space Marines over into that compartment to fight them. Just the Space Marines. Just move the Space Marines.
Yeah, just move the Space Marines there.
I'm doing that just now.
I'll move the artillery right here in the middle for you. There we go.
And
you
I'm
got
gonna also request that these guys move here.
Yeah,
And
do the
I
briefing
suggest we
now.
resupply this. We request units here.
So as I'm understanding it, Burbos and Duskin, you're not attached to anyone?
No, I am getting attached to this guy here. This
Attach
one,
all those
because-
guardsmen units so we can change them to 3-5s.
You can only upgrade.
Well, I'm attached to the guy here, the one on the left-hand side, because I want to kill those fucking samurai people.
Doc, I want you to attach to this unit.
Get the
Advanced,
space
you can now use the
weaves.
briefing ability, by the way.
We do have 8 command points. So I would like to get
Your time is running out.
I want to get a brief on the fucking construct.
Right.
On the chain machine.
Subtract the
And then after that, we're going to do combat.
subtract CP.
Yeah. Let's see what we're dealing with, boys. Okay, what's in this? Ooh.
Okay, that's us.
That you.
Yeah,
That's you.
we're attacking now.
Awesome. I'm gonna do my movement phase because you just did your movement phase.
Actually, we had the deployment thing,
Yeah, the plan.
but I did it.
You do your movement then.
Sorry. Okay, done.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do this
my
one.
movements. And get the fuck out of there.
No, so I know what you're gonna do.
You have to roll willpower to do that, my dude.
I do, you're absolutely right.
Oh wait, can't we just start a battle?
Nope.
I was saying we start shooting.
The
But
dudes are going to... The samurai gonna succeed. And the big guys are gonna succeed.
But we're the
Would-
attackers.
Yeah?
so since they move
Absolutely.
right into that block, they get attacked.
Movement
first,
happened
right?
first, and then combat.
Okay, so that big construct's dead.
Fuck.
The big construct is going to use its ability.
Pridwin will call in over the radio. We have a slight problem over here. You seem to have routed the enemy back towards us.
I'm gonna make the
Alright, so-
psychers
Take the
actually
willpower.
take your... no, I'm gonna make the thorax crew take the willpower. Roll the under.
I forget some. Okay.
Oh, he just makes it minus 10 fear, I thought.
Yes.
42.
42, the DC is 40. He fails.
Ah.
Meaning of life.
Meaning the damage is just halved.
42, meaning of life, exactly. He's going to retreat. And the troops inside are just panicking. They seem to be witnessing something horrible. Some of them are screaming, running out of the drawings. And with that,
Your construct still dies, though.
that's not a construct. It's going to attack. And that's going to deal a total of 8 damage. I'm going to distribute it to your vehicles. Sorry, your psychers. So he's going to run up to your psychers and they are going to slowly go insane, tearing themselves apart. And then he's going to kill your Imperial Guards. And they are going to finish him off in the process. Your Imperial Guardsman, Stefan, are going to get
Dead. Yeah.
down to 1 wounds. That's it. And with that, I have moved on my forces, and you can go with your next turn.
Huh.
So you're gonna roll another D100? God, I'm rolling shit.
Who wants to roll, fellas? I roll, Dustin roll.
Oh no.
Do you
Also.
want me to do it?
Yeah, Pride, go.
Yep, go for it. Oh my dude.
My dude.
Whoa, okay.
I'm banned.
Awesome.
I can't do it anymore.
I go first.
Dang it, I'm sorry.
They're also improving every time they fuck you, but this dude is going to get away from there and there. That's gonna be it. Alright. You're done.
Okay, well, gentlemen, with this
Sorry,
siege that
I forgot to resolve the battle up here. He's going
battle.
to move away from combat with another willpower. Success. Right.
Okay.
You bring in some more troops?
Yeah, you can choose the other
not
unit.
there, not there.
Alright, well,
actually-
transport to where you want it to go.
Can I move freely now, or do I take up like a?
Every movement.
I want to move back to the ship. I don't want to even be here.
Barbosa Fred was gonna have some words for you very soon.
Yeah.
You shame
So
your
you've
race,
actually
traitor.
left the field of battle completely.
Yeah.
You can actually do
And
that.
I'll-
You can move back here and you can move back to the ship whenever you get time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we can get, but I'll guess we'll be stuck here. So we deploy.
Is there anything in the Force of Silence that's an objective we need to find?
Yes, but
Absolutely.
I think
These
it's time
towers,
we
you
attack
you
the
still
dome
not
of the
figured out
Red
the
Mist.
towers.
I think it's time to attack the dome of the Red Mist.
I think so.
Could I
I think it's time to get this done
pop over
before we
and
actually bleed out.
could I pop over and merge with this fire support unit? Or
Of course, of course.
yeah, that's what I'm. So it gains 1 attack and 1 extra health.
Yes, and you can change it.
It is changed. Actually, no. I will. I'll direct them. So they gain all that plus my
Willpower.
willpower bonus.
Well,
There.
I guess I'm stuck sitting here with the transport. And you guys prepare to engage the Dome of the Red Mist.
Very quickly before we do, what do I need to roll for those towers?
Navigation, minus 20. Minus 30. Navigate surface.
Oh man, Barbosa would be perfect for this. Man, only if we had
Yes, he would.
If only we had
that
Barbosa.
slimy piece of shit.
Yep. I guess, what more do you want to do?
The amount of time to have carried you through these missions, you're on the.
Yeah, I know, but we need you now. Do you want to move in force
Uh,
over the Red Mist?
Well, apparently that's the objective, so may as well go for it before we get hit again.
Okay.
You got to get those weeaboos later.
Is everyone
Yeah.
okay with that? Is everyone-
Let's roll the dice.
Fine.
We will deconstruct the thingy. It has been set to deconstruct.
God, eh?
A 7. I got a 7.
Oh,
So
damn.
yay.
I thought I was gonna fucking Okay, you go
No,
ahead.
fuck you. We went first. Yes, sir.
Oh shit. Yeah, move the entire thing.
Oh, what the fuck? I just clicked it to do that, but
Okay, I'll move.
Who's moving all the troops? I
move
can
it.
move it for you.
yeah, just go ahead and do that for us, please.
Awesome.
Because
Oh.
I tried to, and it
Oh no, they're going into space!
If only Barbosa was here to save us.
How can I save you guys?
Alright, guys. In character, if you want to talk, it's. Yeah.
Don't you fly in space?
What do you do?
Pridwin's constantly looking over his shoulder because he's still a little shaken, not shaken, just worry of what happened in the Shrine of the Iris, double checking to make sure there isn't anyone trailing them.
We have an officer with us, so if there was anyone here, we would know. If there was anyone invisible.
Well, that's what a psyker does. You don't have a psyker.
Oh fuck. Yeah, we would want to look around. If there's no enemies, then we're gonna search for the informant.
No, you're just gonna see this giant landscape, almost reminiscent of a shrine world. As you walk around, it's going to eventually open up. Your eyes get used to the light, and you just see these giant spires, mountain-like structures, and they're surrounded by statues of the Xenos. As your men slowly start walking over the bridges, inspecting the buildings, one of them seems to be the most sacred temple. It is adorned with beautiful iconography and runes etched into the ceilings and pillars. As you walk around it seems like the inside of a cathedral, and it's on one of the top of the mounds. There are many layers and levels containing heretical icons and crystals. The telepathic adapter say that they can be used to provide them with psychic energy. There are orders coming in from command to destroy the area. You can choose whether you want to destroy the area or explore it.
We're gonna have the Death Watch explore it along with the players, but we're gonna have everyone else set up into a defensive perimeter and go ahead and have the artillery set up to start bombarding anything that tries to enter that causeway.
Sounds good.
As you walk
So from
around,
So my question is, from where
do you
we're
wanna
sitting,
do you wanna start walking into the cathedral and exploring it?
with the Space Marines, yes.
Okay. So you're
I'll
gonna
do-
see them walk up to the front doors of the cathedral. They're two giant stone-like doors. They slowly slide open as the unnaturally strong Space Marines pull on the doors. You're going to hear them crack at first, and then as you look into the halls, you're going to see almost like the inside of a rib cage. Small corridors leading up to the tower. The pillars and shrines for praying are everywhere. There seem to be some holy iconography on the walls. The Space Marines move in quietly.
While we're progressing in further, do I get the inkling that this could be a trap?
Very subjective. Would have to be up to your character. One of the Imperial Guardsmen, or Death Watch rather, comes out. I found something. He holds it up. It is a ghost helm crystal. As he sort of slowly rotates it in his hand, it glitters and gives off a radiant light.
Could I use Sidniscience on it to see what it is?
Absolutely, yes.
Boy. Okay, you didn't say a modifier, so I'm not expecting one.
You
Success with
minus,
4 additional.
minus 30. Sorry. My bad.
He got it.
Yeah,
Really?
Still got it.
with that'd be with what, 1 additional degree of success?
Two.
two additional degrees.
As you
Awesome.
walk up, all of you are bathed in a red-orange light. The Space Marine's uniform is glowing, almost like he is a holy icon standing on top of the stairs. As he holds the shard out, Ara, you step forward, sort of holding your side of your head. As you look into it, your mind starts to float. You're on the surface of a giant world, flying across a broken landscape. You can see torched cities, mountains of dead bodies, just a horrible, nightmarish vision. As you see it, you see this laughing, horrible female icon looking over the dead bodies, and then you just see skulls, endless rows of skulls underneath you. It's trying to pull you in and corrupt you, and you manage to resist.
I'm going to try and. What do I need to roll?
You already resisted it. As you walk up to the orb, whatever energy it had is slowly under your control. And as you wield it, you can feel that you sort of meld with it. And you can channel, you can send your psychic energy into it.
I'm going to make a demonology test to see, because I know who it is. I want to see if
Awesome. Yeah.
if Pridwin knows. Is
Yeah.
there any modifier?
Minus 10, demonology.
Either way, I'm going to hand it back to the Death Watch. Crush it, destroy it, do whatever you want. Do not let that thing near me again.
The energy from the crystal seems to be some kind of ward against demons. Whoever is around it, you don't know if it has other effects as well, but whoever is around it seems to be protected to some degree from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. With that knowledge, I'll keep it.
From psychic effects from demons. So it basically gives you plus 20 psychic resistance to demon effects.
Okay, I'll keep it then. I guess I'll take it back. Pridwin's obviously he's debating. Should he just snap it over his knee or should he keep it? But what he'll do, how big is it? Is it?
It's about the size of an old cell phone. You can hold it in the palm of your hand.
Okie doke. Well, he'll take it, and with his Imperial Rosary, he'll wrap that around it. So they're one, one item he can hold at the same time.
Awesome. And yeah, you also surmise that if you ever were to give this to someone who doesn't have psychic resistance, they would be engulfed by it, probably even insane.
Interesting. Well, I will just keep that and keep it held in my palm.
Yes. The Space Marine sort of gives a slight nod. Should we inspect the rest of the building?
We should. After further review, we're going to demolish it.
I will tell the Deathwatch Space Marine, if you do find any of these, they may be beneficial, but be very careful that you do not let them fall into any guardsman's hands or your own, possibly. Just judge them carefully, and if you think that you can grab one, do so. They could be of very much help to our psychers.
Don't worry, our faith is true. He turns around, walks in. After a little while, you hear him again. They seem to be in some chambers of some psyker. There are crystals everywhere. It's on the second floor, and a round black orb has stopped two of them in the opening the door. They're just observing the black ball now. It seems to be gliding on its own without moving. It's on a pedestal. they're going to speak to you, Ara. It has some kind of presence, psychic energy. I think you should take a look at this.
I will step forward and try and use Psyniscience first on it.
Yes, minus 30.
Lord.
Told you should invest in Psyniscience, man.
Well, it's just because my perception is crap. I don't understand why Psyniscience is perception, but okay.
I recommend this.
Can I give him inspiration at all?
Always.
You want to try that again, my dude?
That I do.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I will do this. If I will spend 1 fate point to give me plus 10.
I'll let it slide. I think you
I
can
have
actually do that
no fate
retroactively.
points now.
I think you can do
Okay,
that
sorry.
retroactively, if I'm not mistaken.
As
Yes.
far as I know, I can, but I use a fate point to give me a plus 10 on this.
Oh god, that would have been really bad for your Space Marines. Okay, you gain control of it, and after inspecting further, it seems to have the same ability of the first crystal that you held, except this one seems to, as you listen to it, it seems to be like a channel to the thoughts of a sort of a pocket within the warp. As you navigate it, you can hear just an echo of voices, almost like a storm coming towards you, and then you can very faintly start to isolate them. This orb seems to be translating and giving the thoughts and words of the Eldari on the craft world. You seem to be able to access them through the orb.
I would. Does Pridwin share this with the rest of us?
He would. Pridwin
Okay.
would. He would go up to the orb and just set a hand on it. Just small, tiny ripples across what little contact he has against it of just web-like golden light. And he informs everybody, this gives me an insight. I don't know how to explain it, but the words, their ways.
Doc nods his head and then says, use that to look for the informant. He should be in these halls.
And I will do so.
Beautiful. You can do a Sinitians minus 20.
Oh no! No!
No,
Oh.
you're not able to do it. You spend a lot of time gazing into the orb. Although it's not attacking you, you cannot seem to gather the voices and isolate one from another.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Doc just nods his head and just says to keep trying. If there's nothing of further
you
value,
can roll a
let us...
1d5 for me, Ara.
Oh boy.
You gain 2 corruption points.
Joy. Oh, corruption. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no. That's my first 2 corruption points.
It's okay.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I just say keep trying to access it so we can find that location. But if there's nothing of further value, I look to the Space Marines.
Yes.
Go ahead and start getting this dome to be rigged for demo. The Eldar use this. We want to deny them this advantage.
We need heavier weaponry, Commander.
I look over to the Space Marines and I say, once we quit the building and move the artillery back over the causeway, we'll shell the place to rubble.
Nod.
May I warrant an idea? If this can allow me to see into the minds, or not really, of the Eldar, once we find our informant and get what we need of him, perhaps we could bring the Psychers' back and use this as a weapon against them.
Nod.
May I warrant an idea? If this can allow me to see into the minds, or not really, of the Eldar, once we find our informant and get what we need of him, perhaps we could bring the Psychers' back and use this as a weapon against them.
Doc nods his head and says,
Hmm.
As I know with many things, things of the psychic powers and of the warps are two-way streets.
That is true, but we don't know if those psychers will be able to handle this, on top of us having to move around and combat different forces. I best believe it's best to just go ahead and shell this, take everything of value, and move on.
I will not disagree. It was something I thought would be worth mentioning.
I look over and I nod.
That has-
I agree.
that has
but
merit.
We only have a unit of psychers left. We've lost a lot of psychers.
Oh, I guess I should count myself lucky.
I nod my head and I say, once we get some more psychers in, attach yourself to the group and spread your items and your knowledge. Maybe that'll give them a buff. I don't know. But once we get back over the causeway, we're going to spend the rest of that turn, I guess, shelling that building into rubble.
Beautiful. Alright.
Oh, was
Was
the
it-
item that I received... Oh, sorry.
No, carry on.
I was going to say, was the item that I received that gives me the plus 20 to resist psychic powers from demons, was that the Crystal Ghost Warrior Helm? Okay.
Is there any books or anything like that in the shrine itself, or?
You see some books and tomes, while they contain runes that you think have some psychic reference. They don't hold any innate psychic power, so it's only used.
Could I try?
library.
Sorry.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Predwin. Predwin, can you
Yes.
see if these hold any psychic power? Are they any danger to us, or?
I will...
You can take a one on that. Spend some extra time.
I will. I will
Yeah.
take a 1 on that.
You look around the temple. There's no sign of a strong psychic presence anywhere else. The books
I
don't
do
contain
not-
any. That's it.
In here, I do not detect any notable or some psychic presence. It is, well, empty in here, in that regard.
Okay.
I'll inform everyone.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help. And
He'll just nod his head and continue looking around and back at that little helm he has.
and Duskin will take any book that is actually there.
Duskin taking anything that isn't nailed down.
And let's see,
Take
Dustin
it.
grabbing books. I say we have some techno-linguographers or some techno-lingua people back on the ship that can decipher that, including myself. But we have other pressing concerns for the time.
You bring whatever you think looks important, probably, Duskin.
The more that we know about the alien, the better it is to fight them.
Could I give Duskin like props for like things to actually look for Eldar books from what I know from runes? Okay, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Excellent.
You bring back what you can. The space marines finally exit the building after having smashed whatever icons they could on the floor. But looks like the cathedral has been completely crushed. Furniture and iconography like scattered across the ground. They come walking out, their uniforms lit up with this red-orange light. As you're standing on the top of this hill, I believe that is your turn. Or have you not moved
Yeah.
yet?
We moved into it, and that should be the end of our turn.
Awesome. Alright. So I'm gonna roll again.
I think it's...
Do you need us to roll again as well?
I think it's Doc's turn.
65. Jesus.
Alright, so I go first. That's gonna be a force that moves in to your area. Stefan?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, Stefan, you could move away fast.
Yep. Yep, I'm planning on it.
You can move two whole things, but you
Exactly,
can only move
yes.
one.
And that's gonna be my turn. Go ahead.
First, you guys should deploy your troops somewhere. Not here. If you have space, of course.
Okay. Do y'all want to move to the Foresight Crucible, or do y'all want to move back to the Forest of Silence?
Do y'all think maybe setting up the HQ in the where we are right now would be a good move or a bad move?
Well, the HQ hasn't been set up; it's just broken down.
No, what I'm saying is move it here and set it up.
Well, if we move again, we're gonna need to move it to where we're at and deploy it.
Ah, okay, sorry.
So my question is, are we moving back to 5, or are we moving to 8? Duskin and Pridwin. Stefan, do you think you're gonna need assistance over there, or would you
Oh
rather
no,
us
I'm
lead?
bolting straight to 6.
Okay.
Okay. I'm fine doing whatever. Pridwin is not the strategist.
So the informant we actually have is in 7, correct?
It's my voice mode.
It's for. Oh no, I'm asking the what do you call the other ones? The informant we actually have is in 7.
I just got a message from Barbosa saying my voice mode is. Let me see what it is.
Is
It's
it?
weird. Does anyone else hear my voice modulator?
I do not.
Yeah,
No.
I can hear it fine.
You can hear
Yeah.
my voice modulator? Can you as well, Barbosa?
Oh, you just have a lot more darker voice than normal. I thought maybe you had like a tiny grain on or something.
Oh.
When you were doing the elder
my voice
voices.
modulator is not even on. That's weird.
It's just this deep voice.
Dude.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have an effect that does that.
Alright, never mind. I didn't mean crit. It was just like
Huh?
in case you was no purpose.
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh.
You
Alright.
just thought that was your voice, your natural voice.
Alright. So that's the end of your turn, or?
Into the Foresight.
No.
Nope.
I'll move my units. I'll put the Dutchman inside the transport and move my units here. Go with me.
Yes. As you see the troops nearing, you're going to retreat. They're going to reveal themselves as they enter the dome, and you drive away. Beautiful. Right. I don't think we have a combat to resolve, and that's going to be the end of the turn. So, do you want to try a mission, or do you want to go for next turn?
Yes. We
Right.
want to do a mission for the Foresight Crucible, and we want to, Pridwin, if you could look into that black orb again and relay information to Duskin and Stefan since they're still at the Dome of the Red Mist, and then
Okay, what would I have to do in order to take one? How much time would I have to dedicate to it?
To take what?
To take one on looking for our dude in the orb.
Which dude are you looking for?
Our informant.
Okay. You would have to do a -20 submissions test.
Oh, no. Guys, this is not good. Guys.
And us not having a good time, man.
Does anyone have inspiration to give to this guy?
yeah, take mine.
I don't have any.
Do I gain corruption every time I do this?
Yep,
So, another 1d5.
that's right.
Well, if you don't reroll.
No, suck it up. You'll be fine.
Well,
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Oh, thank
okay,
heavens.
that's not too bad. That's not too bad. You're fine. Yes. So,
Pridwin unable to find. unable to find it, just is going to slap the orb. Just like, please. Why are you being so difficult with me?
Awesome. Then we're going to move over to the Foresight Crucible. As you walk down from these huge pillars and mountains, you start walking into corridors further into the giant craft world. As you appear out on what looks like almost like domes, you're going to see a radiant energy suddenly in front of you in one of the corridors. Your men run up and inspect it.
I tell them
feels
to stay
heavy.
back.
Okay. They're going to feel heavy, and your feet feel heavy, almost as if gravity is stronger in this area. What do you do?
I'm gonna look over to the Death Watch Space Marines and ask for them to explain this.
Space Marine steps forward. Should we shoot it? He's pointing his gun into the room.
Not yet. Though it is having a gravity effect on us. I think only... I look to the rest of the guardsmen and the artillery and officers and I say they should set up outside. I think this is a job for us, as I look to the Death Watch Space Marines.
Yes. The Death Watch step forward. Doors and rooms twist and bend as you walk towards this light. Around you are abandoned dwellings. Occasionally, an Eldari civilian laying on the ground, unconscious, will crawl up or open its eyes slightly and look up at you. Your men run up to it, loading their guns. What do you do?
When I look at this I look at the Eldari before they run up to it, correct? Do I see a warrior or do I see a pure civilian?
This looks more like some specialist. Does look like a warrior.
Okay, I tell the Space Marines to only approach within 10 feet, and then I go the rest of the distance and kneel down beside him and begin asking him questions.
Yeah. He's going to whisper
Speaking in
Eldari.
Eldari.
He's going to whisper in Eldari. Dear children. The children. Where are the children? He's
They
going
have
to
already been evacuated from the
claw
Citadel.
on the ground and he's going to claw towards you. His eyes glazed over. There's a fog sort of dancing around his eyes. As he leans over on his back, he looks up at you. There's blood sort of that's been hardened, and it's one with ground. It's sticky and it sort of slides as he crawls over towards you.
I'm gonna
He
go
looks
ahead and
up,
get up,
and you
stand
just
up.
see he is in shock and in horror as he sees your face.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Medicaid test on him.
Alright, so you can do a Medicaid test minus 60.
Oof.
Oh shit, it happened! It fucking happened!
Alright, I look down at him and I just shake my head and I say, I can't help you. I don't understand what's wrong.
Yeah. You open up the cavity and it's like, no, this is not what you're used to. You don't understand what to do.
Okay, since I did that, I don't understand what to do. I just look down to him and I say, what is the gravity effect? What's causing the gravity effect in this area?
He has one eye that's still functional. He's gonna look at your Death Watch. They're just stoic, standing over him, towering over him as they surround him. He slowly points up. Do not use the orb. It will doom us all.
Oh no.
As he says this, I say, which orb?
He, at this point, his eyes flare open and he's just staring at you. He seems to be in shock.
Can I hit him with a stem? Or can I roll a, Xenos Forbidden Lore and see if the stem will actually work on Eldari, the same as it works on human?
Your Medicaid has given you no insight to how their bodies work.
I'm gonna hit him with the stem.
Okay. You're gonna hear it. And he is going to go unconscious.
As soon as he does, I'm gonna have one of the Space Marines pick him up. I tell them to go ahead and take him back to the Guardsmen, and have whatever medics we have on hand to begin working on him.
Excellent.
And then we're gonna continue forward with the rest of the team in Bridwin.
The Eldari is brought up. Some of the Imperial scholars come running back.
Master Inquisitor, we found some others. Children.
These scholars are sent by the Inquisitor, identifies Askellon. They find a librarian in the institution of a once thriving hive of Xenos activity. Some Xenos that look like children are herded out of the room. They are isolated in an enclosed area. A psyker stands watch. The black eyes of the children follow your every movement.
My only standing order for the time would just not kill the children yet. Just corral them, and then once we've found everything of value here, we're gonna depart.
The orb does seem to be showing some holographic images of the system. One of the psychers walks sort of back to you.
Inquisitor. There is a war spare. Something to do with the pandemonium. A connection to the Vaxian sundering. Should we inspect it?
Allow Pridwin to inspect it.
But do you think that's a good idea?
You're the
I'll
only
ask
person I can trust.
I will ask the Imperial or the Inquisitorial Psychers to aid me if that's right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's a
All
group
right,
of psychers there.
But with the relay of information of the holographic images of the system, I would have one of the Space Marines stay in that room and record all those images.
Yep. He's gonna stand there with a beat recorder and record everything that's happening.
Pridwin will also hand another one his pick recorder and get him to record it too, and make the point we should always have duplicates of everything.
Nice.
I finally get to use my picked recorder, yes!
So as you walk in, it kind of looks like a horror movie. You look at the various planets and stars rotating. It is airy, dark, and you get a creepy vibe as you step up to it. The orb immediately emits whatever information you're looking for. However, it is hard to grasp. The psychers around you are struggling to keep their sanity. And I want you to do a minus 30 willpower test.
Oh boy!
Alternatively, you can choose to do a minus 30 simulation test.
No, willpower will be fine.
No, willpower.
One of the psychers steps up and looks at you.
Inquisitor, perhaps it is not wise that you expose yourselves to the threat of the warp. I have looked into it before. Allow me.
Of the Emperor, for he is salvation of mankind. Pridwin's just saying an imperial prayer as he fails his willpower test with 3 additional degrees.
Are you sure you want to look into the warp?
I already have.
Warp
I mean-
yourself.
Okay. Roll 3d10.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh,
just warp
fuck.
block. Just warp block. You can still do that. You can still do that.
You
Oh, it
cannot-
only
you
works
cannot
for,
do
yeah.
this. You take 16 corruption points. You all see Ara sort of twitch in pain as he turns around. Some reddish light emits from his eyes. A slight psychic disturbance is going to emit through the room as you see sparks fly out from his head. One of them pierces one of the other suckers. He succeeds his willpower. However, he falls unconscious. Aura, you feel and see demons sort of crawling across the floor, in the ceiling, around you. They're all around you, and by the time you snap out, it's hard to breathe. It feels like you're breathing water. As you draw breath, everything around you starts to go blurry, and you feel that your powers have been
will
drained.
protect you from evil. Whisper his prayers with devotion, for they will save your soul. Pridwin's like hunched over on the ground, just trembling as he's shakily trying to get out the rest of this prayer. But it's obvious he's shaking. He's breathing heavily, short, heavy breaths as he's clutching his Imperial Rosary in that new stone he has tight against his chest.
Beautiful.
Do the Space Marines alert everyone to what's happening in that room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry over, not entering the room, but looking at Pridwin with concern. I look at Pridwin and I say, I heard you described a spear linked to the Pandemonium.
He'll look up to you. His eyes aren't glazed over, but you can tell in the corner of his eyes that there's some tears there. And he just holds up his hand, just not saying anything yet, just essentially asking, just give me a moment. As he rolls to sit down, I believe so.
I nod my head and I go ahead and contact Stefan and inform him there's a spear here that our psychers can't handle, and we either need to destroy it or contain it. I don't know if we have any equipment on the vessel that can contain psychic artifacts or weapons, but I'm going to relay that information
you relay
to
it
Stefan.
back to the cruiser, basically.
Yeah.
I'll also point out to you, if we need to contain it, maybe several null rods, if we could acquire them. Maybe even one could help.
I relay that information.
Awesome. Okay. You spend the rest of the day there, just making a camp among the ruins. And, do you want to do anything in the other? Go ahead.
Pridwin's going to go find a nice, quiet place to vomit after that.
Awesome. The Dome
Is there
of the
anything
Redness.
else of value in the Foresight Crucible?
There is a large archive. However, most of it seems to be evacuated. There are references to the rest of the craft world, though.
Okay. After them, I'll get into that. So go ahead and take care of them.
Okay. Do a intelligence test +0. Since you already know Lori.
Can I use a fate point and reroll that?
You can use an inspiration.
Okay, it's inspiration.
Nice.
4 degrees.
The knowledge within this orb contains all of the collective knowledge of this craft world. As you read more about it, you understand that the Foresight Crucible is the heart of the craft world. This is where they have their archives. This is where they have stored all of their most ancient wisdom. Piercing into it is very hazardous, and is done by something they call a seer. They would open their mind to the warp, but it is a unique section within the warp, and only the most powerful of them can wield it. Within it, they hide their most sacred secret, which is a secret chamber that only the Eldari can enter. And you enter it through your mind. To going deep within your mind, the Eldari have hidden all of their knowledge in a secret space that you understand is within the warp. This orb is extracting information from that secret space.
Can I do a Forbidden Lore Xenos and see if that is the Black Library?
Yes, you can.
Oh
Minus-
boy, I'm so happy I passed that
Minus
that
30.
willpower test.
Minus 30.
You have read something reminiscent of this, but you can't confirm nor deny your suspicion.
And this is coming from an orb.
It is.
Like the FBI.
I'm gonna go ahead and have, well, yeah, I'm gonna wait till null equipment comes over from the ship, but I'm gonna go ahead and alert Pridwin to that and tell him that that's something that we're gonna need to get as well.
Yep. What?
But I'm gonna relay to Stefan and them that they need to find that informant if he's at the Dome of the Red Mist or in that area, and we'll look here as well.
Yes.
All civilians, you can do with them as you will, but I think not harming them and allowing them to move about is probably the best thing, and it'll probably cause the least amount of fighting between us and the Eldari on this craft world if we don't kill their civilians. I mean, they've been pretty lenient so far.
It is unbecoming of you, Dutch, to be so merciful.
I look over. Well, in the comment I say to Stefan, it's not about mercy. It's about completing all these objectives. I feel that the more men we have on hand and the less combat we face now, the better it'll be for us at the end when we actually got to force our way into the more Eldari-controlled pockets of the ship.
Very
And we
well.
might be able to employ diplomacy and other things without mass murdering their civilians. We've only been killing their warriors. We haven't killed any civilians.
As you read the rest of the books, James, the references are pretty firm. The Shrine of Iris and the Dome of Mist's Gaze contains elements that allow the Eldari seers to gain insight through this orb. Something within these two areas, some secret contained within them, is allowing them to navigate the war more effectively. And it is possible that if you brought a seeker there, you could uncover it.
Okay. I'm going and past. So what color is this orb? The one that I just found.
Bluish purple.
Okay.
Pridwin is taking some time to decompress as much as he can after getting punched in the teeth by the warp like that.
But Doc's gonna go give Pridwin that orb and instruct him to head back to Stefan and them. And
But you cannot
try
bring it
to
with
use
you.
that.
It's located here.
Do you want me to delve into that orb again?
I shake my head no, and I think of. I look at the Pridwin and I say, if we deploy Psychers to the Dome of the Red Mist, won't you be able to have them help you from there while you're here?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'm going to alert Stefan that there's some type of psychic area in the Dome of the Red Mist that he needs to take some Psychers to. So the next time that he can get troops in, to bring those Psychers in.
Could I spend some time, like, stealing my soul against this thing?
No.
Oh.
That's gonna be your turn. Roll another d100. Mine.
Oof.
And we have 15 command points.
Excellent.
Is this the next day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
keeping
roll
track
first.
of them whenever we roll initiative.
Excellent. Excellent.
Someone else has been doing a lot better than me.
Do we need to go and roll for initiative?
Screw it, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, you do it this time. I did it twice.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh! So close.
Still go first. It's gonna be some forces mobilizing first, and then moving. Go.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Is it our turn now, or are you done, Morton?
No, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
I'm definitely not done. Then, okay. Yeah. Alright, you see the forces appearing. Good luck.
Good luck, fellas.
Okay.
Into the chambers of the Foresight Crucible, you're going to hear jet bikes and troops running through the halls up to the chamber. And it is your movement phase.
I think how we have it set up right now is actually perfect for us, because we're about to kill the shit out of you. Yeah, this is perfect, actually. We're gonna leave it exactly how the movement's set up and go into the attacking phase.
Awesome. Okay.
Very quickly though, can I spend the CP to figure out what the fuck this is?
You can indeed.
Okay, so
You encountered it before, so that's a briefing ability.
I'm gonna use the briefing ability on him, see what he does.
Yeah, subtract thing.
I did.
There you go.
Okay.
Beautiful. Alright. I am going to line up my dudes since I won the initiative. And I'm going to write them out as such.
Oh shit.
Initiative is a bitch.
Well, you said you've done your movement first before us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the attacker has.
Yeah, but he won initiative.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The first you're going to see these guys with long rifles and some with what looks like a mask reminiscent of a skull. They're going to walk into the chamber and just open fire. Your officer is standing by with your Imperial Guardsmen. Do you want to designate defenders?
Yeah, this guy right here is gonna defend the Space Marines, and that's it.
Alright. The
Also, I would like to use the creed ability of the officer.
yes, perfect. So just describe what happens.
This area.
Basically, the officer will receive a message from Stefan to ensure that the sanctity of the holy armor of the Space Marine is maintained and that everything is taken care as to the Marines to ensure their survival, even if it costs them their lives. Ending the message with the Emperor protects.
Beautiful.
So the Marine will take 2 less damage.
Excellent. That's gonna be a total of 6 damage, and I'm gonna apply it to your officer.
Understood.
So my men are just going to charge your officer, ignoring the Imperial Guardsmen. Some of the Guardsmen get shot down in the process. By the time they reach the officer, however, they're all pretty much all going to be dead.
Yeah, the officer's gonna die.
Whenever combat starts, add up the damage of all your units in the lane and tell me the number.
Okay. Alright, so that far left lane is
5.
8. The middle lane
6.
is
Alright. They are going to...
Yeah, middle lane 6, and then Space Marines are 9.
That's gonna be bloodbath. You're going to wipe out my troops entirely. And I'm going to use a psychic ability. Actually, I'm going to do that later. However, your officer dies. The Eldari are wiped out. So one of your dudes is going to take 2 damage. I'm going to choose the top one. Some of the Imperial Guardsmen are left standing. James, your Superior Command allows them to mow down the Eldari as they charge your position. You have heavy weapons set up, melt-up weapons, and they just blast the Eldari into the walls. You're going to see some of the officers sort of run away, the last one finally getting shot at. And
Take heart! There's glory in our pain!
is going to scream one last time on the radio before you see him sort of fall up against the wall. That's the end of him. The Seer is going to attack your group.
Didn't you say my top group already took 2 damage also?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a total of 8 damage.
8?
The weapons group will lay down suppressing fires. Mortar shells on the giant monstrosity, reducing 3 damage for a day.
Just add up all the damage in the line.
Let me just double check
How much is
the
it,
cost.
Tab?
Okay, so it's reduced down to 5 with the fire suppression ability. So I will take 2 on my group.
No,
2 damage.
I distribute the damage.
Oh,
not you.
sorry.
No.
Sorry.
How much damage do we have?
Alright, I'm
Except
gonna do
the
like this. The next time, if you want to get it right, tell me the number that you have, your attacking number in the lane. Your troop
the
dies,
damage was 7.
the Eldari walks in, and it's just going to tear them apart. Your Death Watch faces off against 2 groups of jet bikes and these samurai-like warriors you've seen before. As well as that,
I passed
there's an orb appearing in one of the rooms. It is going to attack your Imperial Guardsman, wiping out this.
I passed my fear test with 1 additional degree, since I was commanding that unit.
Yes. Your cannons, as soon as this appears, can reduce its health by half. And your Death Watch is going to deal 9 damage. Who do you want to distribute to?
We're gonna take out all the jet bikes.
No,
Persia?
I mean, we should kill the
Let's kill the
Samurai.
samurai dude, since he has a damage reduction essentially.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
If we don't kill it instantly, they get reduced damage.
Okay. You kill that and reduce the jet bikes to 2. The jet bikes can target anyone in the area, and they're going to target your one of your Imperial Guards groups. Let's see, this one. So I'm going to wipe out those, and they're going to wipe out the oh, the other one is going to attack your Death Watch actually, reducing their
How much damage does it have?
6. I already did it.
6.
Some of your
Did it
Imperial
take
Guardsmen
full damage?
get wounded, laying on the ground. Most of your troops are dead. Your officers are yelling out commands in a forced retreat away from the crucible. It's gonna be...
Doc?
Do not fear, everyone, for we shall
take
surely
any
win the
damage?
battle this day.
Does it take any damage that turn?
Inspiration point.
8
You...
to 7 damage.
I think the other combat thing in the... Take 7 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the have a weapons rather than the that stuff.
Seems to. That's gonna be it. Do you want to do any actions? Missions.
Well, investigation, I guess. While the battle is, I mean, we can investigate even though there's a giant battle outside, right?
I suppose.
Yes, you still have access to the orb, although there is a battle going on right outside of it.
Do you want me to use it, dear friend?
Go ahead.
I will dive into the orb again, very well knowing what could happen.
Yes.
But with the assistance of the psychers at the other one, I will try and make that willpower test again. Find the dude we're looking for. I know it's at -30, correct?
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to use that orb that psychically punched me in the teeth to look for our informant, because I thought that's what we agreed upon to use it for.
Okay, -30.
Oh boy.
Bro, your luck fucking sucks, dude. What
Wait, I have an inspiration point. I'm using that inspiration point I just got.
I think I would do that
Please.
too.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better than what you did.
Yeah. 3d10.
Same thing happens.
Is,
Nothing.
You step up to
Is-
it and it attacks you. Psychic.
is this demonic energy?
3d10. Oh, you're looking into the orb. 3d10.
3d10. Oh crap, I need to make...
14.
Oh no. Well, guys, I'm about to... there's a high chance I'm about to get a mutation.
Don't you get the malignancies from corruption?
Yeah, and mutations. For every 30 points, you get one.
You can't
Or it's
do
possible.
that.
Okay, let me just add up my... Let me just make all my rolls first. But in character, what happens? Pridwin, he places both hands on it and just presses his forehead against it, muttering a prayer to the Emperor. But no.
Yeah.
With
every,
a
every
loud-
10 points gives you a malignancy.
Oh, you have to test against it or you get
Yes,
one.
Exactly.
But with a loud thunder crack, he's sent flying back, smoldering slightly as I'm about to test
You
for
have,
my malignancies and all.
the-
That'll just
the
take
fir-
me a moment.
The first roll also give you a malignancy, so you can roll. How much did you fail on that one?
Oh, he rolled, didn't he?
Yeah, I made a willpower test for that first time because I didn't get a malignancy then.
-2.
Okay.
But now I have to make it at -10. Oh, yeah, I get a malignancy there.
Alright. 1d100. And you
Bro,
get,
And-
that's like that is
minus-
literally killing himself.
you get -30, I believe. Since that's 0 degrees of filling.
Or +30.
Plus 30, exactly.
Oh dear gosh.
What did you get?
I got
90.
strange
Oh, no.
What?
addiction.
90 what? 94?
I got yeah. I got
94.
strange
Did you get
addiction.
94?
No, with that +30, yeah, I got 94 and above.
Okay,
I
so
now
you
have
get
strange.
the character has a near uncontrollable craving for some bizarre and unnatural substance, such as rose petals, fresh blood, widow's tears, etc. This acts as a mental disorder for compulsion. It is freakish enough to cause serious suspicion if discovered. The thing that you gain a compulsion for is on page 288. So we gotta look it up.
I will.
You can also
but
write
now I
into your
have
character sheet minor disorder.
I will, but I also now have to roll for a mutation since I have to test
Yes.
against 2 characteristics.
Exactly.
What? I just my rolls today. So what do I have to roll? What kind is it?
300.
Just two? Okay, I'll roll 2d100s.
No, 100.
Well, you have to whenever it said you have to test against 2. When you get a mutation, you have to roll it twice. Oh, I have to make a test against 2 characteristics of my choice. So I'll do willpower and I'll do strength. Willpower, failure, and strength. Why not? Failure. 1D. Have to roll 2D100s.
Oh, bro, what the?
97 is
Seriously?
Dude, that is bad. You get warp
what?
gaze. Whenever this character
No, I got-
looks... 97 is warp gaze.
Oh yeah, 97. Oh,
Whatever
great.
this character... Whatever this character looks upon burns with the fire of the warp, and all who see his eyes despair. This character gains 20-meter range attack that strikes with 1d10 plus corruption bonus energy damage with the spray quality. Each time he uses this attack, he gains 1d5 corruption points. Characters struck with this attack must make a challenging fair tests.
And I also get searing blood. Wow. I am going to gouge out my own eyes when I get back.
This
Isn't
character's
this the time when the
veins-
Space Marines shoots you down?
This character's
Like in the
veins are
movie.
filled with searing acids in place of blood. So your eyes are now just like... There's just acid running down your face and it's burning your face. As you turn around, there's this horrid scream. One of the Imperial guards just starts vomiting. Through your eyes, a light appears, and it's going to immediately pierce the walls. You're going to kill a couple of the Imperial guardsmen, just cutting them in half instantly.
I am going to pull my hood and down over my eyes, and close my eyes tight, and just slam my head against the floor. Oh boy. Oh, I also gotta.
Whenever you suffer blood loss, a foul liquid that is acidic explodes and inflicts 1d10 energy damage. You're basically an alien.
I really wanted to get wings because that would have been a cool one.
Yeah.
But no, I get the terrifying ones.
Do I see all this?
Eventually you enter the room and you're going to see 2 dead Imperial Guardsmen. You're going to see a Deathwatch Space Marine looking at Ara crying on the ground. He's hulking in pain and horror. What do you do?
Pridwin, his hands are like scratching against the floor. He's hood pulled tight over his head. He's breathing heavily, as you see, just almost like ichor, just terribly undulating in color. Liquid just drip down and sear the floor. And you can hear as it's almost silent in the room, only his labored breathing and crying. No, I didn't want to become this. Emperor, why have you abandoned me?
Do I hear this?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he's saying it loudly. He's lamenting for all to hear.
I just quickly look back. Do I see like the scene that he's been describing?
Do you show your face, Sarah?
No, I am not showing my face. It is covered by the hood of my robes.
Yes.
I'm gonna just quietly whisper to the Space Marines. He seems suspicious.
Should we finish him, sir?
Not yet, but just keep a close eye on him.
One of the Space Marine takes it a couple of steps and just stands over Ara. He has loaded a chemical flamer and is pointing it at Ara. There's a little fire sort of billowing out of it.
One thing
Alright,
I'll
Ara,
do.
it's time to get back in the battle line. Come fight with us.
Yes. It is indeed. And I'll slowly, shakily get up, but I'll draw my not threateningly. I'll draw my las pistol, and you'll see me cradle it against my chest, but the barrel of it's pressed against my chin as my hood is still down.
Do a -10 stealth or deceive test to try to hide your corruption.
Stealth or deceive? Well, I guess I am going to do deceive since I don't have anything in stealth. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, no. Unless I got an inspiration point, I can't re-roll that, unfortunately.
I don't give the inspiration points to heretics.
That's understandable.
Burn him.
Okay, so we now notice that this dude is definitely mutated.
Oh yeah, one of the Death Watch is going to take a step forward. His flamer goes off. He's corrupted, sir.
As soon as that happens, I hold up a hand and I say, "That is for the Inquisitor to decide."
No, we cannot let him go.
The Inquisitor will want to take a look at him, dissect him, study him.
Do a command test.
See if these
-40.
All this talk about killing him as soon as it's just a sign of corruption.
No, we're trying to keep him alive.
Alright guys, I need a 1. I need a 1.
Oh,
Damn.
close.
Well, it's close to a 1.
I will do it myself. I won't look up to the Death Watch, but I'll just like
The
kind of
Death Watch
turn
is
my head in his
standing over you, and his flamer is just like pointed at your feet.
I will do it myself. I have enough humanity in me left. to
Okay,
at least
Doc
do
just
that.
unlimbers the bolt gun and just shoots a shot off right at his head.
Oh.
Just right in the head.
Do you do it, Doc?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
Suicide is
I do
seen.
it.
You rob him of his humane sepulchre.
You see Ara's blood splatter across the wall. His head violently jolts to one side, and he falls over. As he lays there twitching, his eyes bleeding some acidic blood. We need to do a roll.
Did he miss?
No. He hit. You suffer.
Yeah, that's the exact scene I was thinking about.
You suffer 6 energy damage. Penetration 0.
I'm still alive.
As the acidic blood hits your
I'm not
uniform.
harmed by my own blood.
That's right, Dr. James. So 6 energy damage, penetration 0. Let's say it happens to your chest. A part of Ara's blood lands on your chest, and you see this burning liquid sort of burn up a part of your armor.
Doc just sighs and then shoots Ara 3 more times. While stepping back.
Okay.
Just starts unloading into his body.
Ara, do you want to try to evade?
No, I'm just going to try and beg, please, at least let me in this myself.
And as soon as I hear that, my finger stops on the trigger. And I give him a nod like, do it. Shoot yourself in the head.
I will put my las gun in my mouth and just pull the trigger. Overcharge
The
setting, bam.
last thing you see
As I
is
see
back of Ara's head exploding. A violent burst of acidic liquid fills the room. The Space Marine walks back. Step back. He's going to take his chemical flamer and burn the remains.
as soon as he does that, I hold a hand up.
Got materials on me you need to get.
And I quickly run forward, unbelt the sword at his hip, and I take all the orbs or Rosarius or whatever I can just to recover.
No.
They're wrapped, so you're not looking or touching
You
them.
you get a Spirit Stone, that Crystal Ghost Warrior Helm, and the Refractor Field, which is an Aquila, the symbol
Not
of the
worried about the
Aquila.
refractor field. Not worried about the refractor field.
Got it.
Oh.
The remains are going to be scorched. The last thing you see is the light of the Space Marine over Era's body, walking closer towards it, burning it into the ground until all that remains are his bones.
And I send up a quick prayer to the Emperor. May you protect him and embrace him in your light, even though he was a corrupted deviant.
Beautiful. Your fucking amazing role
Look,
playing. I'm so sorry your character is dead, but
No, look, I knew going into playing a Psyker that
Yep.
this was a much more of a likelihood. I already have a backup character. All I need to do is make them.
You do? Okay, excellent.
But I'll just mute myself and be doing that.
Yep.
Later.
I'm gonna put Pridwin in the honorary memory hall. Pridwin is dead. You all get a message on the radio. And with
I just
that,
asked that you give me a new sheet.
Absolutely. Take any of the free sheets. Copy of free. And with that we can roll another D100.
Wait, we also have the thing to add at the multi-redness.
Yeah.
We are, Stefan will command the Psychers to interact with the crystal and identify where the informant is.
Alright. They're going to attempt the roll.
Cynesians fail? They fail?
They fail.
Oh, fucker.
The psychers that you have there are dead. You need to bring in more psychers.
Can I use a faith roll to give it to them? Faith?
Nope. I guess the next turn is gonna happen. Roll 100.
So, what I was going to say is, would Duskin, looking at a map, be able to see where he would hide and go and see whether or not that person is there? You know, the most secure place?
Sure.
Or does it need to be...
Absolutely. So you basically search the entire place. Finally, your men will roll for their abilities. Looking through the cathedral, they pull a man matching the description perfectly. An Eldari out. He's kneeling in front of the temple. You can do an interrogate test, minus 30. You or Stefan?
I
shall try it.
Stefan will assist in that, or no, he will not. In case it fails, he will take over.
Okay. Oh!
I wanted to do 25%, damn.
Okay, I'm gonna say you fail. And you just had him there for this one.
Stefan will attempt it.
I go first. I'm going to move something for him. Moving to this pair.
And then it's our turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change this. These boys right here. There's back.
Also, you should send in some. You do know you can call in some things, right? The deployment.
Why don't? Yeah, I'm either gonna ask you to send troops down to me right now, or you can send me troops and then reinforce yourself, or I can take the transport and reinforce me. But I would, fuck.
Yeah, you fuck right away. Honestly.
This is about all I think I can do. This is the only option I really have.
Sorry for dying, guys.
Nah, it's okay, dude. Fucking
But go ahead and
great
send
bet,
down
dude.
what you're going to reinforce me with.
I'm gonna send down this.
Now I know that's going to come with 1 unit.
It can go by itself. And why not just use the transport to call in 2 extra troops?
Okay, that's fine.
Stefan, do you want a chance at this guy? And I'll give you a +10.
Oh, thank God. Delicate interrogation coming in clutch. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Delicate?
No, I do not, but...
No, there was a +5. Is it do I roll willpower or fellowship mortem for this test?
You can choose.
Fellowship. And because it's a social roll, Ambassadorial Imperialis kicks in. So, yeah. Plus 10. Why not? Success with 5 additional on the interrogation.
You see, Duskin's not so light-touched interrogation helped out.
The Eldari starts quivering in front of you. As the sucker spears into his mind, you can hear it break. Finally, he speaks. Isha, Kaela Kane, Iris. They hold the secrets. With their aid you can see the Shrine of Iris. Its mind snaps.
Fuck me. It's all the way back.
I guess.
I'm ready for combat in 8 if you're ready for combat, Morgan.
Yes, absolutely. Let's
Can I go ahead and designate a defender right now?
Right. You can absolutely go out and you can use your special abilities as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna, but just to go ahead and let you know that Tarex is gonna protect the Space Marines.
Yes. That is okay.
And then I'm going to use Creed and reduce the damage in an area.
Nothing is lined
by
up with your
2.
Space Marines, by the way. Just a reminder. I did win there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, the lineup doesn't really matter since you can choose your lineup.
And I'm going to reduce 2 damage in this area.
By using what ability?
Creed.
Alright. Then I am going to reveal 2 hidden attackers. They are going to deal a total of 8 damage. The Psyker is also going to deal 8 damage.
Okay.
There's a total of 16. How about you?
We got a total of 7. We got a total of 10.
Total 10? Okay.
Yep.
Who do you
Yeah,
think?
the wipeout.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill that giant dude and one of the hidden infantry.
Got it.
Cause that's all can happen. That.
Oh no, they are all destroyed. The giant dude had 3 HP left.
Oh yeah, they're all destroyed. Sorry.
True. The Death Watch storm into the area. The last thing you see is the seer sort of up against the wall after tearing apart your troops. He is going to be shot. And when the officer dies, the entire squad of Imperial Guards will die. And with that, the Imperial Guards die. Doing some damage to one of their bikes. And your cannon is going to destroy one of the ships.
Why not both?
But
Yeah, why not both?
because he cannot. He has to focus on one. And then it dies. And, oh, actually, I'm totally wrong. Of course he can act. My bad, guys.
So that
Then,
was
that is going to be that comic. Your Space Marines are all that left. Finishing off the rest of the Eldari. James, you are walking around the remains of your troops, scattered across the hallways. It is a horrible sight. That's going to be the end.
As soon as that combat wraps up, I'm gonna go ahead and inform Stefan and Duskin to go ahead and start requisitioning gear for their troops to increase their power and defense.
Okay. Decrease by 1.
Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead and do an influence so y'all can have that as well. God.
Oh, I succeed.
It's your
I'll give one of the things.
rolling
So one of them
initiative. I roll 90, 89. Few hits.
Oh,
It
roll.
is the next turn, right? Okay, so
Oh, fine, I'll roll.
No, I rolled 39.
Okay, you go first. This day you're going to get a message from the Inquisitor. It's a pre-recorded message you open up on the data slate. You can see his face. He's now sitting in a chair. And says, all we need is the release coordinates for the Night World. If the Eldari know it, find that information. It is all that matters.
can I have one of the Space Marines send over all the holographic images of the systems that we took and see if that lines up with that data?
Absolutely. It is way too blurry and unclear to discern anything at all. It's not going to be
What
useful.
about through the camera recorder on
No,
the
it's
Space
not
Marine
gonna be
side of
useful at
it?
all. It's just an illustration. Okay, guys. Roll decision phase. You brought in a couple of
I'm gonna go
dudes, and then it's your movement phase. So you can choose if you want to do missions or where do you want to move.
Is there anything left to do in the Foresight Crucible?
Absolutely.
Psychers?
Yes. There's a lot left to do. You haven't even looked into the orb. You need a psyker.
Yeah.
Haha, you haven't looked into the orb. I'd recommend that. Come join me.
Yeah, I'm going to requisition the Psychers from Stefan and Duskin
Yeah,
and
I'm
ask for them.
sending them over.
Excellent. The last group of psychers run into the room. And they're gonna try looking into the orb.
Be ready with the flamer.
And they succeed.
Oh!
They are going to read a star map. As they're reading it, it appears in front of them in the room. Do any of you have scholastic lore astromancy?
No, but I have.
I
It's
have
a scholastic lore, so if you have.
Yeah, infused knowledge allows me to roll scholastic.
5 degrees of success.
Ooh, damn, nice.
Nice.
Natural 2. You're going to study the star map as the psychers manipulate through the orb. One of them is attached to the orb in front of you. As he moves through the various star maps, you stand there, your book open, you start to read the star maps. That's extremely good. Wow. 5 additional degrees. Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's a minus 50 roll, but you still succeeded. Holy shit. It is actually minus 50s and you didn't finish in Snake's case. Alright. As you look into this data, you're gonna need another day to shift through it and make it useful to you.
Okay, so one more day will pass. So,
yes.
Are you doing anything in your movement yet, or do we need to roll first?
So that's So that's all we actually need to succeed.
Yeah.
So we just got what we needed to succeed,
No, you
basically.
didn't.
Then I say we move all
you
our.
need to succeed to finish looking into the. You've not finished.
One more roll.
Couple more.
Right, so everyone moves there, apart from block. What do you call it? Blocking force.
There's a lot more to figure out and a lot more to find. But yeah. This is the main mission. And because it's the main mission, you're going to get some company.
Yeah, I'm moving some. With this knowledge, I would definitely reinforce his location.
Alright.
Oh shit, they're kind of fused together. Sorry.
What looks like the last intact troop is going to appear in front of you. And it is quite a few Eldari. I think you won the initiative, right?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. You can rearrange your troops.
Okay, whatever.
Fuck me, dude.
So that's 12 right there.
Do you want me to move forward and attach to a unit?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I thought.
We must succeed this. There is no other option.
Move the space. Wait, hold on, I got it.
Not attached to that guard unit.
Damn it.
Hold on.
Oh shit, wait, we had an enhanced one. Sorry. Right. Detach yourself from that.
I think you can fill that area up completely. Let's move them from the dome.
No, we can't. A maximum of 3 groups can be in one location at a time.
Oh yeah, they can't.
Yeah, the Space Marines can.
Right.
This is for all
So
the
the
models.
3 attacks on the Imperial Guards, James. Is that because of their position?
Yeah, I'm about to make it right now.
Alright.
Never mind, I didn't get that.
They didn't get that, so they have 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And Stefan, are you attaching to someone?
Go ahead and make requisitions right now if y'all can. Just to upgrade what we can.
How much CP do we have left?
We have 11 right now. And since another day passed, the Space Marines would help one time. That's it.
Okay, I'll try to requisition some armaments. And I'm thinking of attaching myself to the Scyther unit.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna do something batshit insane. But yeah. Can you roll the Scyther's hallucination effect on the heavy gunner? One.
So that'll be 8 CP.
You need to be specific though. What is it that you want to roll?
Roll willpower for this runner.
Okay.
Here.
It's gonna be a failure.
So he is retreating.
Yes.
As if he would.
That is good.
So he does not get to use his bonuses, which thank fucking god for
Indeed,
that.
indeed. Well done.
Which means we actually might survive.
Okay, dudes, is that it? You wanna start attacking?
No, I'm gonna roll to see if I can reposition armaments. Oh my god, okay, fuck, no. My
Damn.
subscription to Malta Daily has been denied.
There's also the tower that's there.
Oh, the tower?
How much? What does it do?
Yeah,
Damage.
which you can see.
Hit at 20 health, deals 3 damage.
Okay,
Oh, we need artillery.
yeah, we don't have any more artillery, do we? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
do.
got 2 more units.
Heavy gunners will suppress the tower,
Mm-hmm.
so deterrence that. And the heavy gunners on this side will suppress samurais.
Nice.
So -4 command points leaves us with 4 command points in total. And we're ready to proceed.
Awesome. Gonna be a total of 6. They are not hidden because they were revealed by your cycle.
By that side. The scyther is protected by this group of craftsmen.
Got it. It's gonna be a total of 6 damage.
To the Space
Okay.
Marines.
No, I'm gonna deal.
First line.
I'm gonna deal 3 damage to the heavy gunner. And I'm gonna deal. I'm gonna kill these dudes. And that's
You
it.
do not have enough to kill them.
Yeah, you only have 6.
Oh,
That was
Well,
7.
that's it.
Those heavy
So-
gunners should still be alive.
No, they have 3, and these dudes have 3.
no,
That's
Okay,
the
yeah,
guardsman
6.
can't be killed. Yeah.
Yeah, they can because
That-
they're just defending the cycle.
Yeah, they're gonna take
Yeah.
that damage regardless. He can choose a target.
They
that-
can tank it because Dark for that to give them the 1-1.
No,
No, I did.
they did.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, yeah, they yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, 6 damage.
Oh no. He's right. He's right. It wouldn't because they're missing that 4. I didn't add that.
Oh,
one
he
to
didn't
their
add
health.
it. Okay. So he's
That's
gonna be
fine.
down to 1. This guy's gonna be dead. And damage.
They just take
How's
6.
it gonna look? This is 6 damage.
They got 4 health left.
Awesome. And they're going to completely wipe out the other.
Yeah, those heavy weapons that were attacking us, 2 of them should be dead, and the last one should be down.
These guys, yeah.
3 wounds. He should be down to 3 wounds. The last heavy gunner
Okay,
should have 3 wounds left.
beautiful. Last is gonna be 9 damage to your troops. And I'm gonna choose
The
to kill
samurai gets a -3 to damage
him.
from the heavy weapon suppression.
And then they're gonna get wiped out.
6 damage. And I'm gonna target your vehicle. And wipe it out
Okay, it's crap.
before
And
they
then-
are destroyed.
Yep.
Beautiful. That is 1 and we can roll in.
Next turn.
Yes. By the way, do you want to do anything? It's like
Yeah,
this is
we
a
can
lot.
continue. We can continue with fulfilling the main mission.
Okay. Then I want you to roll a -30 cryptology. There is an Eldari lexicon here. As your psyker is looking into the warp, he's relaying the information back to you. you have to try to pick out the information you want. It is incredibly complex as he's relaying information to try to bring it forward.
Yeah, I wasn't able to, even with my inspiration.
I'm gonna roll infused knowledge. -30, you said, right?
It's trade cryptography.
Yes.
Trade cryptography. I'm gonna give me a faith point and give me a +10.
Can I
It's gonna be a -1.
give you a hand with that for an extra +10?
Do you have trade
Unless you
cryptology?
have cryptology.
I don't know.
No, then you can.
I mean, I have it, but I mean that could help.
You already rolled.
Good job. No,
No,
never mind.
it's a fail.
That's a
Does
failure.
anyone have
I think I have one,
if you do?
but I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Give it to him.
I got it. Can you check?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh, I do have one. I do have one. Reroll that with my inspiration. Fuck! What are those rolls?
I'm done.
Alright, so we're gonna let the combat continue then.
Combat is over. Roll initiative. I rolled 20.
Oh wait, we need more units in. I'm tripping.
Huh?
I said we gotta move more units in.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I'll just say we gotta move more units in.
Alright, it's D100. To see who goes first. 62 for me.
And I will roll for us.
You go first.
I just did 48.
Oh, nice. One
Okay,
more
we're
input.
gonna designate the psychers to protect the guardsmen right here in this row, and then we're gonna attack.
Fine. You don't want to move anyone else or mobilize anything?
I think
We
we're good
did.
right now.
We did
did,
mobilize
okay.
heavy cannon. And...
Gotcha.
Also, does it have the cannon has to be in the middle to destroy the building, or?
No. Anyone can attack that freely. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My dudes are gonna move away. And that's
Roll willpower, my man.
all they're gonna do there. And they're gonna let me just make sure. Barely succeed their willpower. And then,
Nice. Lucky son of a bitch.
let's see, it was 21 is what I rolled. These guys here. And I'm gonna move these guys here. Do you have anything in the Forest of Silence?
No.
Nope.
Right. Your turn.
We need to hurry up, dudes.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Just to go ahead. I'm gonna move everything besides the psychers into 9. But we already get the heals for today, so let me go ahead and apply that.
Everything besides the psychers?
Yes, because we're gonna move everything from the Dome of the Red Mist down to Foresight Crucible.
Why?
Because he's gonna hit us from behind with the people at 5. He's gonna kill everyone at 7, and then come down to 8, and then we're gonna face off against really hard units. Like, do you guys not see that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But if you move everyone from... If you move everyone from 8, he can still hit you from 6.
Yeah, but you're gonna see something else here in a second.
And is it really necessary that many units since we're also the attacker and can, you know?
Okay, you're moving down to the chambers. Are you sure?
Whenever
No.
the GMS, are you sure?
No,
I'm
No,
gonna
Duskin
have to-
actually has Duskin has approached Doc and said that this is a stupid idea. Essentially, I can see that there are units moving from what he called the Forest of Silence to the Dome of the Red Mist. They will more than likely win there, but if we move from our position to take somewhere else, we're opening up the place where we actually we're opening up our objective.
Yeah, but we're moving down other units to replace the ones that are moving out, and we get to add 2 more units into that because it's the next day.
No,
Or we could just hold our position and get the information and then
Okay,
And then-
you know what? Let's
and
go
then
with
get
that.
out?
I love that idea, in fact. Let's just go with that. I'm glad you're chuckling, Morton.
Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
I mean, if you're actually wanting, I will happily go and see what is in the Hall of Stars.
We're not going into the Hall of Stars. We're going to 9.
No, I will recon it for you.
Actually, Dustin, can you do me a favor?
Mhm.
Take this Guardsman unit and this heavy unit and go kill the dudes at 9.
And while we're still here, we're gonna go ahead and kill this tower with
Okay.
with
Okay,
our
yeah,
artillery.
that's good. As you attack,
Are you gonna move those units out, Duskin?
It's going to deal 3 damage.
Yep, I will move
Guardsman.
out.
Gonna reduce it down to 3.
Oh, also, Morten, I got good news.
Mhm.
The Death Watch Space Marine, I don't know if the rules apply to them, but they officially became veterans.
Yes, it did. And they get. Remember that everyone recovers 1 wound an attack per day. Since we're in the HQ.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you need to fill up their lives a little bit. I think 3 days passed. Something like that.
While we were here, yes. And I'm gonna also wait. I'm not done with moving, so don't add more shit. I'm gonna actually attack the Forest of Silence with the units from the Dome of the Red Mist.
Ooh. Okay, okay.
Gonna be a suicide charge.
Are you sure you want to sacrifice those units like that?
Let me see how much damage they have. Holy shit.
It's not worth it. We're going to lose a lot of units for nothing. That's what I said. We move everyone from 9. Well, from everyone from 8 to 9, and then move everyone from 7 to 8. It would still create like a gap. I mean, I understand what y'all are saying, but I'm thinking of how do we keep all the forces we still have remaining alive and kill him and hurt him. But I digress. I'll leave it up to the group.
Change. No, we don't have enough damage.
Where the fuck is Barbosa? I see him up there
he had,
muted, but he hasn't played in the last 2 hours.
He's on
No,
the.
yeah,
I'm
he
here.
has some.
He has retreated.
Yeah,
Yeah, can
he
I go
has
ahead and
some at
communicate
home.
with the Inquisitor to go ahead and just send Barbosa back over?
No, the Barbosa has some stuff to do at home and can kill her.
Okay.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah, I'm working, so I have to finish this. But I'm here.
No worries.
Well, I guess things remain as they were, so we can run through the combat at the Chamber of the.
Okay.
Okay, hold on 2 seconds. Hold on 2 seconds.
Mm.
I'm actually having a bit of a change of heart.
Oh, you also take the officer? Holy sh. Okay.
No, that's not me.
Who's doing that?
Me. Stefan, go ahead and make your influence roll.
Are you able to hold 8 though with the forces you have?
Yeah, of course.
because that is the number one thing. We get that, we get the fuck out.
I question. Just trust me, Duskin. That's all I'm just gonna say, man. Just trust me.
By the way, everything
We
you do
don't
here
have
is going to
to
affect the
look.
campaign in the future. A lot of my different things.
Okay.
Finally.
Well, as a person that's only ever, commanded at most a company, I will defer to Doc's decision.
Boom. Okay, can you mark these guys as upgraded more? Or I
Yeah,
got
Absolutely.
I'll mark them.
it. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay, we
Also,
both
it
met our
won't-
influences. Thank God.
35. Okay, good.
And then that heavy weapons turns into a 3-4.
no, it cannot go in for
No, you
They've
cannot
been
upgrade
requisitioned and
Okay,
they've been
okay.
controlled by you. So a 3-5 is a maximum.
No, he refers to the heavy weapons unit here.
Yes, guys.
They cannot be augmented. Only normal dartsmen can be
Okay,
augmented.
okay.
There goes.
Um,
What's next?
let's go ahead and damn, do I want to do that? I mean, yeah. Duskin, you want the Space Marines?
For only those two?
No,
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
no,
we're gonna
I
sacrifice...
don't.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck those two dartsmen, dude. It's
Mhm.
No, no.
This-
This is the only way to make this work. Trust me.
Why are you putting down an artillery unit? They can't actually hit anything there.
They can't hit anything here with us either.
Well, then they're getting sacrificed first.
Yeah, the Dome of the Red Mist dudes, they're about to die. Yeah. You want to begin your combat, Duskin, and get that over with?
okay, I guess we.
Or do you want us to do our rolls first, Morton, here at the Dome of the
Uh,
Crucible?
Depends on what you want to do there.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
okay,
do that
I see
trade
what you mean. Yeah, we can do the
photography.
combat first. We can do the combat first.
Okay, okay.
So you're gonna line them up exactly as they're on the screen, or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. They're gonna
Yeah, none of
kill
them
your
can
heavy
die.
dudes, and they're gonna kill one of your Imperial Guardsmen. Do some damage to them. You are doing.
They don't
a
have the
total-
damage.
They do.
They can only really kill the heavy weapons. They only have 4
Yeah,
damage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they give one wound.
Mhm.
to
Okay,
the-
okay.
The Imperial Guards.
You deal a total of 4, 6, 7. 7 is gonna do
Just
it.
enough to
You wipe
kill
them
them.
out. Yep. Well then. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, your Imperial Guardsmen are victorious. With that, we can continue to another day. Do you want to do another mission?
Yeah, we first have to.
However,
do the
I
mission.
do believe they now become veterans. Do they not?
Shit.
You gotta keep track.
Yeah, those two. No, not this one, but this one does. This
No,
one does become a
This one here, the one that I've actually been attached to, becomes a veteran.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty. You can do the thing.
Give them +1 damage and increase their willpower by 25%.
There's a gate that you need to open to access the Eldari lexicon. One of the psychers looks at, turns around. Who is actually there? So Stefan is gonna turn to you and James.
I can try to access it, but it is dangerous.
I can make the trade cryptography roll, so he doesn't have to.
Everyone should leave the room, except the Inquisitors.
Okay, who's talking to us right now?
Psyker.
Okay, yeah, everyone else disperse. Space Marines stand guard at the door.
The door slams shut. An orb is going to appear, and in the room you see several doors open. The entire room starts to transform.
What do I need to roll?
Nothing at all. The psychers are rolling. And they fail. The room is going to be isolated, and in the middle of the room you're going to see an orb suddenly take shape. It is glittering with some energy. The psyker falls to the ground. He's going to grow another limb. Suddenly a leg falls out from his spine. His spine contorts, breaks him in half. He starts walking on the ground. Claws grow out of his arms. He looks up at you and his hair turns into like static electricity standing up in the air. What do you do?
Immediately execute a witch.
Okay.
At a safe distance, of course. Want me to roll for it?
Yep.
Oh shit, I've been waiting for this Morten. I always wanted to use my new baby. That are you taking in on bullying the fallen psychic?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take aim. See if you miss.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to hit. Full automatic. So that is a storm, one additional with 4 success with 4 additional degrees of success.
Yes, the
Storm
sucker is
and-
definitely dead. You managed to avert disaster, but as you do, there is an orb opening in the middle of the room. Out of it, you see several large shapes start crawling out. Roll initiative.
And I who thought I won't succumb that. Of course it happened to me.
Okay, I got you 9.
Oh, I got an 11.
Alright, let me roll. I get a 6. So you go first.
Okay. What do I see?
Out of the gate that opens, you see an Eldar warlock and what looks like a pathfinder. Chills go down your spine, and you need to immediately do a 1 fairy test.
Jaded.
James.
Okay. Here we go. Inspiration. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, only 1 degree. Failure.
Actually, I think I can roll, as a reaction, I can roll Tremendous to make him pass the test with a -10, however. It's fear 1, right?
Yeah. Good shit, my boy. Good shit.
Do not falter, James. The enemy is up. It's in front of us. Rain holy vengeance upon their wicked bodies.
Nice. And with that, we are going to commence the battle. It's going to be... We're just going to use approximate symbols. It's going to be...
At what range are we fighting?
very close range. Very close range.
But not point blank.
Not top.
Can I walk up to them?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the, well, if they're in, like, walking distance where I don't have to do a charge, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna hit that Aldari Warlock with my blade. And I'm gonna go ahead and depress the toxin.
Yes.
Do I get a bonus from...
So describe exactly what weapon you use, how it looks, what you do. What do you do?
Okay, so I as I see them appearing from the mist, I reach down to my bolter, and I clip it into its little harness on my chest, and then I begin moving forward with heavy dull thuds. And as I do, I draw my sword, take a two-handed grip, and go for a bisecting cut of the warlock.
Beautiful. He's going to attempt to dodge, and he's going to fail. You can roll
I
damage.
have Blade Master, which allows me to reroll.
Nice.
Yeah, our rolls are shit today, aren't
This is a
they?
pretty tough boss battle, by the way.
Yeah, my rolls were pretty rough.
Okay, so he takes 1 hit for every 2 additional degrees of success, so I have the initial one, so it's 4 hits. It's gonna take 4 hits. And the blade's been poisoned. But are we just gonna classify it for the first hit that it's only poisoned instead of the all 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not his ones.
So, oh god. Alright, so that's Righteous
my
Fury.
God.
Oh,
Off
nice. Nice. So only the first attack can do Righteous Fury.
Oh god.
Good job, man.
And that's poisoned. Can we go ahead and do the poison roll? Or you wanna wait?
Mhm.
Okay, so he needs to do a minus 20 toughness, and
Fail.
if he fails, he takes a 1d10 poison.
1d10 poison. You
It's
can
got a 2
roll, just
poison
add
effect.
all the damage together.
Okay.
That's where we kill him.
My new character's going to be very much friends with you.
Okay, so he takes... Alright, so the first attack does 31 pin 2 with 2 additional poison damage. The following attack does 23 damage, pin 2, another 23 damage, pin 2, and the last one is a 21 damage, pin 2. So as I'm walking up, the first bisecting cut makes contact, and then I perform it into a figure 8, and I just start slashing all his armor joints.
He is very heavily armored, and there is some magical sphere around him protecting him. The first attack. Does it deal more than 23 pen 2?
Yeah, the first attack does more than 23 pin 2. It does 31 pin 2.
31. Holy shit. Let me see. Yeah.
Technically, that's if it wasn't, if it was a gun, that was to the head. Well, technically, it was a sword roll, so it is to the head. It's all to the head. But, damn, I didn't think
you're gonna
about
kill
that.
him. You're gonna
Yeah, I'm
fucking
gonna
kill
slice his
him.
head off. As with the final blade.
The last strike just chops his head off, and you just see it flying off into the side of the room. Blood starts gushing out as the other warrior jumps through the portal. Stefan.
I will attempt to dodge. Didn't even let you finish, I just said that.
It's actually your attack.
Oh, yes. Stefan will lay down a hail of bullets in the Eldar's direction. However, his physiology is different that of a human, and he quickly managed to even move between, as if he was moving between raindrops. The bullets themselves seem to move away from his presence, missing him completely. And I also roll dodge. Success with 5 additional.
Okay. He is first going to attack you with a rifle. He's going to hit. He's going to give you. Let's see. to be a -20 to your dodge.
I succeed.
And it's going to be one attack and then another attack. Do you have 2 dodges?
No.
It's going to hit you in the right leg.
Wait, I'm gonna roll for the power field. It is negated. How much damage does it
Nice.
do?
It does 16 damage to penetration. Hold on, actually, I was wrong. It's more.
It's important to see if it applies the
22
effect.
to penetration.
The dude that attacked me, he has to roll an agility at -20.
Alright. That's going to be -20.
Yes.
So that's a fail.
It's the equivalent of a photon flash grenade. You see as a blinding light emanates from the sigil of question in Stefan's chest,
Yeah.
and it basically pierces the aliens and the heretics' eyes with holy light. It's from the what the fuck was the weapon called?
Yeah.
Photon flash grenade.
No, yeah, it has the same effect. Is the conversion field. If the dude does more than 15 damage, he must roll an agility with -20 or become blind.
Okay, so he takes how much damage?
No, he doesn't take damage. He must roll agility to -20 or become blind.
Alright. That's a fail. Actually, let me double check that. No, -20 is that?
Yes.
Okay, that's succeed.
Ah, damn it.
So what happens?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Stefan takes no damage. The power field works as intended and blocks the profane weaponry's ammunition in midair, reducing it to dust.
Another one has poured through the portal and is going to attack you, Stefan.
Okay, I don't have any dodge.
It's gonna be... It's gonna hit your body. Your body.
Fuck, no, that doesn't help.
We got a 1.
4.
No, I failed.
See. 15 energy damage to penetration. However, also ballistic plastic. It's going to be another.
For the first attack?
So how much did I say? 15?
Yeah.
That's 19 to penetration to the chest.
So normally it is 19 to penetration.
It's your turn, James.
I take it I'm in the I'm in the portal basically since I just stepped in and bisected. Okay.
Well, there's
Are
a
they all around
sphere
me?
surrounding the room, then there's a portal inside the room.
Okay. Where am I standing right now?
In the floor, in the sphere.
Okay.
About 5
And I'm standing
meters.
over the decapitated body of the
Yes.
warlock. How many of the pathfinders are around me?
0. Sorry, Warlock
far away
0,
are they?
Pathfinders 2.
Okay. How far away are the pathfinders?
In charge distance?
They're close enough for you to run up to them, both.
Okay. Which do I know which one's blinded right now?
None of them. They succeeded.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a way for me to? Are they standing next to each other? Are they close enough?
No, one of them is pretty close to Stefan, and another one's away.
All right. I'm gonna charge the one that's far away from Stefan, but my charge is gonna be a little bit different. When I hit him, I want to lower my shoulder, wrap around, and I want to drive through, and I literally want to pick him up and slam him onto the ground into a grapple.
Let's do it. He is
Just
going
pure
to,
weapon skill?
He's going to dodge. Wow, that's a failure.
Okay, that's. Thank goodness I can make one more. Wait, how many degrees of failure did he have?
Let me see. 2 degrees.
Okay, 5 degrees of success. Phew.
So you're using fate point to reroll?
I'm just gonna hit him with my blade.
But you roll 2
Just do a
weapon
pure
skill.
weapon skill. Well, the first one was for the charge. And, nah, it just fails. So I'm like
No,
right in front of him then.
charge is the attack. You can't roll the other.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is there a way for me to do the charge, but just for the grapple?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just a melee weapon.
Okay, so plus 30 for the charge, or?
You already rolled it. It's minus 3 degrees.
Okay.
So
If I were to take a half move towards the Eldar that is closest to me, would I be in point blank range? Okay. So the Eldar would see how this man, this Monta in power armor, has taken a shot to his chest. Yet, unrelenting, he pushes forward with some blood dripping from his power armor. He pushes forward with his weapon, coming closer to him, the weapon ready to slay the Emperor's enemy. And I will roll with, once again, a full automatic with the Stormbolter.
yes.
And it did not roll. Of course, it did not fucking roll. Oh my
Was it
god,
the-
yeah,
my
I'm
dude.
using the faith. I'm using the faith.
Yes.
Man, I'm just not having any luck with dices today, fellas. I'm so sorry. Oh,
There we
that's
go.
a minus 140
Yeah,
to
fuck
dodge,
that.
my
Fuck
man.
that. He's dead. Describe
I mean,
it.
you sure you don't want me to roll damage?
Nah, it's no fucking point. Describe what happens.
So, you would see how, although he moves forward, the impact has shaken his arms, but the power armor manages to lock his muscles into place. And both assisted by his faith in the Emperor and the machine spirit working in tandem with him, he lets out a flurry of bolt shells, leaving a plume of smoke as if it was a cannon from from a warthog. As if they didn't come one at a time, the bolt shells.
Kommer någon annan?
As if all 6 of them came at once.
Nej, jag
The
kommer.
body
Sorry.
is eviscerated. Split
That's where
into
we're
as
gonna
if
put a
it was-
bookmark in it. The last guy jumps out of the portal, and you hear some guys move into the dome. And the next session, I think we're gonna conclude this. Awesome, guys. You gain 500 XP. Well done.
Oh, did we get any XP from previous session?
Yeah, we would have gone through that, I think.
No,
We didn't
didn't.
get any.
You didn't get it.